reminded that ambulance services are only provided to service medical emergencies. The National Emergency Medical Services advises the public that once winds exceed 50 miles per hour, ambulance services are discontinued until the all clear is given.
At the 66 Steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Has it been a big day, a slow day, or somewhere in between? We've got you covered. It's Thursday, April 23rd, and this is What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain. Let's lock in a packed show ahead as we close out the week. Stay close. Well, from uncertainty to entrepreneurship, one young woman shares how she built a thriving beauty business. Also, meet HUD Healers, the Bahamian-led group creating new pathways for youth through farming and skill training in Texas. And finally, AI is reshaping how we work, from customer service to content creation. But the big question is, are we seeing new opportunity or quiet job displacement at home? More coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Wait, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, wait?
Wait, Marco's, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but
Do I need the $10 special plate?
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marco's got that deal, but
From creativity to entrepreneurship, we now turn to a young businesswoman who turned uncertainty into opportunity. Our next guest is proof that sometimes the unexpected path leads to exactly where you're meant to be. Dana Kemp is a business owner who transformed a moment of uncertainty during the pandemic into a thriving beauty brand, building not one, but two successful businesses along the way. From custom wigs to lash and wax services, she's now focused on quality, luxury, and helping clients look and feel their best. She joins us now to share her journey. Welcome to What's Trending.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here with us. So Dana, let's start at the beginning. You had plans of becoming a psychologist. So how did that shift turn into entrepreneurship?
It just didn't line up with my purpose, and I found that very quickly. Went to UB, did not last very long, and immediately the pandemic hit, and I was doing wigs at home during the pandemic.
Interesting. So, like you said, obviously the pandemic was a tough time for many of us, but for you, it became an opportunity. So how did you turn that moment into launching your first business?
Well, it turned into, I needed to find something to do. All we had was time during the pandemic. So for me, I had to find something that took up the time and was actually purposeful with doing my time with. So went to actually doing wigs at home I want to learn a little more. Something else must be out there for me. So went to that too. I then got certified in my waxing and my lashing business, and then I had two businesses at that time.
Okay, you were up and running. So obviously, like you said, you taught yourself how to construct and customize wigs. What was that learning process like for you? Were you always somebody who always worked with hair and wigs and things like that, or was there something totally new and you say, you know what, I can take this on?
Yes, I did already have something inside where I could have done a little something, but now I know exactly what to target it towards.
And obviously, we see you have a few of the items here with you today. So you want to talk to us a little bit about what you do in terms of your waxing. And I think you're going to do a little,
yes,
demonstration. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about what we see you have a wax spot here.
So with waxing, normally when you come in to get a wax, this is the normal setup that we have today. Now today is going to be a little different with you because we're doing your arms. But for a normal body waxing, when you walk into, this is what you're going to see.
So obviously we've been talking about waxing, and we're at that point where you're going to demonstrate for me what you say is a quick and easy way to get a waxing in. So let's see what you got. Obviously, I got to don my gloves, the pink gloves.
Do I need to say a prayer, or can I trust you? I think
you can trust me. You sound like a good teacher.
Yes.
So once you tell me what I need to do, this should be great.
Okay, so the only thing I want you to pay attention to is the growth, the way that my hair grows. So it grows a little bit to the side.
Okay.
So hold it for me. And with pressure, don't be scared. Push it down hard. There you go.
Down?
Yes, good.
Okay. That's good? All right. So should I go up higher?
Yes, if you want to.
All right.
With cert, good. With confidence, much better.
All right, so that's good.
Because this is soft wax, it doesn't dry down. So you need to remove it with a paper.
Okay, so we going in with, so we put it in. And do we need to rub it in like our way?
Oh, you're doing good.
Look at going.
Now you remove it going this way. Remember we applied this way, so you move that way.
Going that way.
Quick.
All right, you ready?
I think so. And then brush it to help. Good.
All right, so we get a little bit more.
Good.
Quick.
Good.
Quick.
You're doing good.
Look at God. And listen.
Good
This
job.
some good stuff. Look at this.
I think after the break, you got to do the rest, my young.
I know, right?
This looks good.
So you have been operating out of the Sanders Beach Plaza. Of course, before I get to the question, we need a little
Go ahead.
gel
Let you do the
remover,
whole job.
Right.
There you go. Thank you. Just to
You see
prevent
how Dana get me working today?
I know that's
making
right.
sure I remove all of the excess wax.
Nice
Look
and
at that.
smooth.
I like that. What you say, guys? That looking good. Now, as I was saying, you have been operating out of the Sanders Beach Plaza for quite a number of years. What kind of experience would you say that you are creating with your clients when they walk through your doors?
We have nails, we have hair. I also sell hair. We have people who install. It's just all of us in there who, as women, we come together to ensure it's almost a one-stop shop for you as a customer.
And you talked a little bit, too, about the hair aspect of what you've been doing. So is this typically
so this is
the
my
packaging?
Yes, so this is my packaging right here. Very elegant, very luxury, which is what I wanted my hair business to speak about.
And so typically once you get this package and you open it up, what are some of the things that we would find inside?
So for sure, you're going to get a brush. This is my custom brush. All customers will get this, and this is perfect for both curly textures and straight textures.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And then I also brought for you, this is my Indian curly. So one of the main textures that I currently sell right now is Indian. So this is my Indian curly. And this is a little sneak peek. I got to save that for you.
Okay.
But this is also my raw Indian straight. Now, with raw hair, exactly how you cut the hair off the head is exactly how you're going to get your bundles. Exactly. No extra chemicals, no anything. So this is how an Indian person hair would look exactly off their head. And this is how a raw Indian straight hair person would look. So it has a little wave to it, which you may notice. But that's mainly because it allows to where if you want to add body to it, add curls, it holds really well. Or if you want to straighten it out bone straight, you can do that. And then Indian curly is not too curly, so you can still straighten it out bone straight, or you can wear it in its natural state.
Okay. And you said this is a surprise.
Now, let's sneak peek. This is a new texture I'm going to be bringing in. This right here will be Asian hair.
Okay.
So you can see this one is a lot more bone straight in comparison to my Indian straight. You can see it right away. This has less body, but this is going to give you that bone straight look.
So what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who may be feeling lost or a little bit unsure about the path that they want to take?
We feel like it's supposed to go this way. It ends up going far this way.
Yeah.
And I think you have to realize your journey is your journey. and take it every step at a time. Wherever my heart led, I went. And I'm grateful and I thank God that it worked out very well for me too. I have 2 successful businesses, but I would say if you find something and you're passionate about it, do it.
Bring it all together.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, such an inspiring journey from uncertainty to building a brand rooted in quality and confidence. So thank you so much, Dana, for joining us today and for sharing your story with us. So definitely continue to have wonderful success with your businesses and whatever ventures you choose to take on in the future.
Yes, Mom. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. It's been a wonderful pleasure. So on the other side of the break, we'll introduce you to Hood Healers, a group turning to the earth for healing and community. Stay with us.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
When bold flavor meets crispy perfection, something deliciously unexpected happens. Say hello to Wendy's new Italian chicken sandwich. Juicy chicken topped with Italian seasoned tomatoes, melty mozzarella, and a zesty mayo spread that'll have you saying, Bellissimo! It's the chicken you crave with a zesty twist you didn't see coming. Always imitated, never duplicated. Gotta be Wendy's.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy, and I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the 3rd most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
There's a group of Bahamians who are taking an unconventional approach to youth empowerment, building opportunities far beyond our shores. They call themselves Hood Healers, and they're working alongside a Texas-based foundation to create a space focused on transformation, training, and second chances for disenfranchised youth. From agriculture and food sustainability to exposure in areas like aviation and hands-on vocational skills, their mission is to equip young people with tools for real-world opportunity. We're joined now by Hood Healer Carrington and Hood Healer Charlie to tell us more. Welcome to What's Trending, gentlemen.
Hey, glad to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. It's great to have you both here with us. So let's start with you, Charlie. Hood Healers, what does that mean to you personally, and how did this mission begin?
You know, oddly enough, when people hear Hood Healers, they think, oh, these are guys from the hood. Yeah, boy, what you saying? But on the contrary, we're just average, regular Bahamian guys who realize that there is definitely a gap between education and health education and our brothers and sisters in low-income communities in the Bahamas. So we came together long story short, to try to see how we could solve that. Being two gentlemen who actually healed our own ailments, me, myself, having chronic back illness, sciatica, and high blood pressure, and all that kind of thing, and Carrington with eczema, we were able to study and heal ourselves. And in doing so, we became so excited, like, oh my God, the doctors told us no. And we were able to, you know, I guess, circumvent that and heal ourselves.
And as you mentioned, of course, you're Bahamian, but this work is happening in Texas. So why Texas, and how did that partnership or connection come about?
Well,
so
I want to age myself, Carrington. Don't age me. Go ahead.
So, sorry, but I have to say it. Charlie's been in the United States for, what has it been, like 30 years now?
30 years.
Yeah, sorry to age you, but we have to put your business out there.
I went there when I was 1.
Yeah, so after COVID, it seems like him and his brother Tim, they decided to invest in this family homestead. So that's the famous homestead you guys have been seeing from TikTok and Instagram. 20 acres, piece of property. And even though it's family first, these guys decided to make it a place where students from all around the world could come there and learn life-changing skills.
And so you're offering hands-on training in areas like farming, food sustainability, and even aviation. Why was it important to expose young people to such a wide range of skills?
Everyone doesn't learn the same way. If you're anything like me, I'm not a person who could sit in a traditional classroom and learn like some of my other colleagues, especially when I went to University of the Bahamas. Even though I graduated, it was a real hard time because of the way that the information was presented. Now with something like this property, you could do things hands-on, and you do it with a community that feels like family, with persons all over the Caribbean. It's not so you're going to fail this test. It's more like, let's work together as a family so we can learn, and then we could take that learning and apply it to real world situations and scenarios.
And so for Charlie, for you, what kind of young people are you hoping to reach, and what challenges are you trying to address through this work?
Well, one of the challenges Carrington just addressed, there are so many people who feel trapped in a formal setting, in 4 walls, and it's so good to go out there and actually see real life, real things happening, you know what I mean? We have people there who build houses, we have people who build what's become to be known as container homes, where you take a shipping container and convert it to a home. And it's so strong, and we get to actually watch people do that hands-on and learn hands-on without the stress of formal tests, because those tests I remember in school, tests always brought anxiety.
Right.
And without that anxiety, and you just get to learn and show what you learn, you know what I mean? As opposed to seeing it on paper, you get to show, I learned how to do this.
And that's definitely a beautiful thing. And Charlie, you mentioned earlier about overcoming sciatica, I think it was, and issues, Carrington, you had yourself. So what does the healing in the part of Hood Healers actually look like in the context of this project?
Oof. Well, for starters, we have very specific diets. He can tell you, people hate us because we don't eat the typical food. We don't eat the McDonald's, and not to call anybody names out. We don't eat fast food, let me say that. We don't eat anything that I have to rip out of a plastic, so the farm comes in handy, and that we get to grow our food. We get to go and pull our food out of the garden and eat it from there. Whether it's fried stuff or eating that seed oils, we just don't partake in that. And that's been instrumental in helping us to heal ourselves.
I want to add something to that. So in addition to physically healing, and I must also say, we're not fun to go to restaurants with. We're not those kind of guys. We're usually someone who wants to go to the farm and prepare our own meals. But in addition to physically healing ourselves, it's also a mentality where we are trying to change the mentality of persons who are looking in the past at things that may have happened to them. And we want you to look more what's happening in the present, adjust your mindset so that you could better prepare for your future.
So you see this as something that could eventually expand beyond Texas or even beyond the United States?
We have always been international, working, like I said, I'm actually here in Colombia now doing a project. And we started off by doing projects in the Bahamas. We have projects in Trinidad where there's outreach programs for the youth. Barbados, Turks and Caicos, and Africa. Africa actually has the most of our students hail from the continent of Africa. Cool.
Well, this is definitely such a powerful example of turning vision into action and taking community-driven solutions to a global stage. So Carrington and Charlie, thank you both for sharing your story and the work you're doing with Hood Healers with us. Thank you again.
And the Live and Give Foundation, of course.
From community healing to digital transformation, change is happening all around us, and that brings us to the growing role of AI in the workplace. More on that after the break. Don't go anywhere.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
Creative ideas didn't just come to life. They were activated through the bold intervention of the Tourism Development Corporation, an organization that goes beyond funding to fully understanding what it takes for Bahamian entrepreneurs to scale, sustain, and succeed. From tailored training programs and business plan development to website creation and strategic guidance, the TDC is building businesses with intention and impact across the Bahamas.
TDC has an opportunity and has a mandate to develop the tourism industry and develop businesses in that tourism sector. This program, Venture Pitch program, kind of like our version of Shark Tank, gives persons an opportunity to come, present their idea, somewhat in a little pressure environment, but if it's something that you're passionate about, come and present your idea, access some funding that we have available. We want to develop entrepreneurs.
The Bahama Venture Pitch Competition was built to unlock opportunity across the Family Islands and bring capital directly to Bahamian entrepreneurs. Since its launch, 9 competitions have been held across 7 islands, with Inagua up next. To date, approximately $360,000 has been invested into island economies, with $216,000, $24,000 per competition, awarded directly to tourism-driven entrepreneurs. This is entrepreneurship rooted in tourism and strengthening economies across the Bahamas.
We say to you, listen, keep it down home, keep it authentic, hone your 5 minutes of sharing the dream that you have with our judges, and really start to really work on that business plan. Get some expert assistance in ensuring, because a huge part of this competition is also looking at what your ideas are in terms of the vision, the problems that you are solving, the solution to fruition is also as important.
If you have an established tourism-related product or business, or even a concept ready to be refined, the opportunity exists. The Bahama Venture Pitch Competition proves that investing in Bahamians is investing in the Bahamas.
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement. Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
Economics, presented by Sand Dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar.
Artificial intelligence is already changing the way we work, from customer service to content creation, and it's starting to show up here at home. Globally, AI is driving a new wave of innovation, with companies and governments investing heavily in automation and digital tools to improve efficiency and productivity. And here in the Bahamas, that shift is beginning to take shape. We're seeing growing interest in digital transformation, whether it's in financial services, small businesses, or even how content is created and shared. Tasks that once took hours, like writing, data entry, or responding to customer inquiries, can now be done in a matter of seconds. So naturally, the question comes up: is AI creating jobs or replacing them? The answer is both. On one hand, AI is reducing the need for repetitive, routine tasks. But on the other, it's opening doors to new opportunities, especially in areas like digital services, tech-driven businesses, and remote work that connects Bahamians to a global market. And as the country continues to invest in digital innovation and expand its tech ecosystem, the focus is shifting towards preparing people with the skills needed to adapt. So maybe the real question isn't whether AI will take jobs, but whether we're ready to evolve with it. Because in this new economy, success won't just be about working harder, it will be about working smarter with the tools now available. And that's been your Economics.
First safety rule I remember is to never swim alone. Second rule, tell someone where you're going and what time you're expected to be back. Safety rule number 3, whenever you're on a boat or canoe, always carry a life jacket, when you're a weak swimmer or a strong swimmer. Safety rule number 4, don't dive into unknown waters. Safety rule number 5, parents, don't be on your cell phone when you're at the beach, pool, and with your child.
Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously. If you think a friend or family member is suicidal, there is a lot that you can do to help and save a life. However, for persons who are not in the grips of suicidal depression and despair, it's a bit difficult to understand what actually drives many individuals to take their own lives. A suicidal person may feel as if there is no help available and they're in so much pain that there aren't any other options. So here are a few warning signs to look out for. A person frequently talking about suicide, self-loathing or self-hatred, suddenly getting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to loved ones, withdrawing from others, and self-destructive behavior. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. If you are unsure whether or not someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is to simply ask. Giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express their feelings can provide relief from loneliness, pent-up negative feelings, and perhaps prevent an attempted suicide. You can start the conversation with statements like, "I've been feeling concerned about you lately. I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing today." If they confide in you and they are suicidal, respond quickly by telling them you care and get them the help that is needed. Help is always available at the Crisis Center, the Department of Social Services, BASH, Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and the National Hotline for 24-Hour Crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector McAlpinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
Thanks for tuning in this week. Remember, life's better when it's trending. Stay connected with us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS. We'll see you right back here on Monday at 6 p.m. Until then, have an amazing weekend. Stay safe, inspired, and keep it trending.
In Harbour Island, North Minnesota, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Parliamentary officials prepare for the polls. The Progressive Liberal Party hosting a rally in Abaco. And Vice Chair of the Free National Movement speaks on readiness to govern.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news: with voter registration closed and the candidates officially nominated, the next step in the election preparations is for the polling staff. A thorough exercise session led by parliamentary officials indicate on election day the voting process should be smooth. Our Matthew Martin Burrow shares more details in tonight's top story.
At the Foster B. Pastina Center on Wednesday night, a plethora of the presiding officers for the upcoming general election gathered with one another as they prepare themselves for that very day, as well as the advance polls slated for April 30th. From being fully acquainted with each other to a thorough election day setting exercise of voter presentation and ballot security, the presiding officers and their assistants express optimism and readiness for the advance polls and the May 12th general election. Returning officer for the Pine Ridge constituency, Preston Cooper, appreciates the dedication and sacrifices the election day staff provides as the country steamrolls towards the historic day.
The workers, the poll workers, the presiding officers and the assistant presiding officers, they are all excited, and we are indeed grateful to them for making the sacrifice in the first instance to serve their country, and in the second instance to offer themselves to come, because many of them have family members at home, etc., and they're taking the time out to come to serve.
Cooper adds that the demonstrations are within specific legal guidelines, all a part of ensuring every aspect of the ballot process is followed correctly and any concerns are addressed accordingly.
The training is based on the Parliamentary Act. They are being exposed to what that act says, because it's expected that any occurrences at the poll will be governed by the act.
As the April 30th and May 12th dates fastly approaches, the returning officer says there is a strong expectation for a seamless election process.
I expect the same on the election day, where we'll have a smooth exercise in democracy. Everyone come and vote for the party of their choice.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martin Burrow.
Well, the Progressive Liberal Party took its message to Abaco last night, holding a mass rally on the island as the next general election draws closer. Our Charlia Jones reports.
A wave of PLP supporters packed the venue in Marsh Harbor, Abaco this past Wednesday night as the PLP made its case to voters ahead of the 2026 general election. Addressing the crowd was incumbent for North Abaco and PLP candidate Kirk Cornish. Cornish informed supporters of shortcomings of the previous administration, along with the promises he plans to fulfill if elected for a second term.
Abaco ain't forget. There is still more work to be done.
more road work, more work on our sporting facilities. We are bringing the 8-lane track to Abaco.
Central and South Andros PLP candidate and son of the soil, Bradley Fox Jr., reminding residents that after suffering a devastating blow with Hurricane Dorian, it was the PLP that sought to restore the economy.
We're not where we need to be yet, but we're not where we used to be, because we're seeing real progress. Our economy has been restored. We see it in the amount of boats in our marinas, the amount of jets on the tarmac. Homes are being constructed. Families have returned home. Communities are being rebuilt. And hope is being restored.
Closing out the night, party leader, the Honorable Philip Davis, telling party supporters that the opposition leaders are running a politics campaign, adding that the progress accomplished by the PLP will be erased if the FNM government is elected. He touted that included in this progress is the school breakfast program, PTVI expansions, fat reductions, and raising minimum wage.
We have our new blueprint for progress, setting out the way forward, providing you with the details about how we intend to expand opportunities for you to learn, to earn, and to own. And we are making progress where previous governments failed or lacked the courage. Not everyone was brave, you know.
Also present were the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Minister of Works, the Minister of Energy and Transport, and PLP Fort Charlotte candidate, who brought remarks on behalf of ministers unable to attend, all noting that the work their ministries have planned will propel the economy of Abaco and ensure comfortability for all residents. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
Thanks, Charlie. And now the Progressive Liberal Party is also taking its political machinery to the Berry Islands tonight for another mass rally. Stay tuned for more on this in the Bahamas Tonight at 7 p.m. Well, it's a matter of trust for the Free National Movement, as Vice Chairman David Thompson says. The party is focused on rebuilding trust with the electorate. As decision day is fast approaching, the race to secure voters is tightening. And this is why he says the FNM is intensifying efforts on the ground in Grand Bahama. He spoke with our Jolanda Thompson-Everest about the party's final push.
With time winding down, the Free National Movement says its path to victory depends on one key factor, voter confidence. Spokesperson and Vice Chairman for the party, David Thompson, says the party is ramping up its ground campaign, mobilizing supporters and engaging communities nationwide. Still, with some residents unconvinced, he says rebuilding trust remains a top priority.
We are very busy knocking on doors, canvassing, looking voters in the eye to ensure that we in Grand Bahama can get their vote on election day, so as to ensure that 5 seats for the FNM are victorious on election day in Grand Bahama.
He points to strong coordination across constituencies with efforts tailored to voters' needs. Thompson also highlights the candidates as experienced and committed, describing the group of 5 as a unified team closely connected to their communities.
All of the constituencies are involved in ensuring that the work that needs to be done in terms of voters, in terms of all that their concerns that arise can be addressed. Those kind of working issues are where we are.
On the broader campaign message, the Vice Chairman says the FNM is positioning itself as the party of necessary change. With the release of its manifesto, he believes the party is offering clear solutions to key national issues, including economic growth, employment, and job creation.
They're the ones who would have embraced civil servants and who were promising to make sure they get paid a fair salary, an increase of salary. We're the ones who deal with labor and the workers and say to them, minimum wage is our idea.
As for voters who remain skeptical or undecided, Thompson says they are the party's top priority in the final stretch. He notes that outreach efforts are being specifically targeted toward those voters with the goal of earning their trust and ultimately their support.
We think that if we can get them to be inspired to come out and vote, that the F&M stands the better chance of winning.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Heading into news from police. Police on Grand Bahama are busy searching for Rayvon Akeem Adderley, 24, of number 61 Faith Avenue, Freeport, Grand Bahama. They need to question him in connection with possession of a firearm with intent by means to endanger life. Adderley stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, thin build, and is of medium brown complexion. Anyone spotting him is asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department in Grand Bahama at 350-3106 or police emergency at 911.
And still to come.
Jack Haywood Senior High School successfully hosts a tech expo. Stay tuned to that story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
At Dolly Madison, we're jumping into spring. On Saturday, April 25th, we're having a big tent sale. Get up to 80% off all items under the tent. This is a sale you won't want to miss because you could save on anything that's under the tent, up to 80% off. On Saturday, April 25th, the big tent sale. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Cash in on the big savings at Dolly Madison.
When your body craves the water it needs, be sure to give it the best. Aroac Springs.
BFMI Freeport invites the public to the 5,000 Initiative this Sunday, April 26th at Seahorse Plaza next to Solomon's Lucaya. Prayer begins at 9:20 a.m., service at 10, followed by free hot meals. Bring someone in need and be a blessing. Don't miss it. This Friday and Saturday only, Do It Center is bringing you a massive 20% off store-wide sale. From tools to home essentials, everything you need at unbeatable prices. 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., April 24th and 25th on GB Highway. Hurry in and save big before it's gone.
Vessels of Purpose Elite presents the 12th Annual Girls and Women Empowerment Encounter on Saturday, April 25th at 3 p.m. at Pelican Bay Hotel. Under the theme, Bet on You. Tickets are $45 for women and $25 for girls. Get yours now.
Georgia School of Dance and Theater presents MJR Way Dance Recital, honoring the iconic King of Pop, Michael Jackson. It goes down at the Regency Theater April 24th and 25th at 8 p.m. and 26th at 4 p.m. Tickets are $35 at 17 Shop and the Girl Palace Raven Mall. Call 441-3436.
You're invited to the Spring Revival at the Seventh-day Adventist Church on Gambia Drive on May 2nd through the 16th at 7:15 p.m. nightly. Come and hear Dr. Henry R. Monker speak hope to our community and a world in chaos.
Edinburgh Napier University, the #1 modern university in Scotland, is now recruiting for their June 2026 intake and is holding a free information session at the British Colonial Hotel on April 29 from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Edinburgh Napier's programs, which include the AACSB accredited and NACOB recognized MBA and BA business top-ups for holders of associate degrees, are 100% online, 100% relevant, and 100% flexible, and can be completed in a minimum of 1 year. Reserve a place now at SEIdegrees.com. That's www.SEIdegrees.com.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pintard says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Save More Drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Jack Haywood Senior High School is putting on a showcase of its brightest technical scholars during its annual Tech Expo. Our Matthew Martinborough shares more details in this report.
From live musical selections from performing arts to a fully interactive display like an entire engine by auto mechanics, Jack Haywood Senior High School's technical exhibition featured a variety of the institution's technical studies and what they entail. Speaking with event organizer and head of Department for Auto Mechanics Studies, Sidney Ballard, he says the high student interest is also evident in the examination results.
Students love the technical areas because they love to work with their hands, so the interest is actually rising. So I see students gravitate towards, like welding, carpentry, auto mechanics, even the hospitality and the food and nutrition areas. Those areas are blossoming as well. Also, I want to highlight that, we are doing really well too with the BGCSE. We produce really good results.
Education officials in attendance commend the initiative, noting the importance of highlighting the technical field and the value it provides to our society.
It is very important to not only expose the children, but for them to also see their peers heavily involved in the technical and vocational areas of training.
It is important not only to Grand Bahama Island, but it's also important in promoting one of the Ministry of Education goals, which is to promote global competitiveness.
As for current students, they say the technical courses are highly recommended for the next cohort of pupils.
I would totally recommend business because business is with us our whole life. And I would recommend to the students incoming that they should totally see business as an opportunity to make money, to just venture into a course that may help them in the future.
I would really recommend this course to anybody who really wants to go inside anything. You do a little bit of carpentry in there, you try a little bit of welding. This is basically an all-around course, but mainly focused on cars. I also enjoy the course where the course enables you to use your mind, and that's what it's all about.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Well, Jack Haywood Junior High School focusing on female empowerment. The specially organized all-girls conference held today was designed to promote confidence and meaningful connection, while their male counterparts attended a separate boys' conference off campus. The conference was held under the theme, "She Believed She Could, So She Did." The initiative brought together female teachers and students for a full day of mentorship, interactive discussions, and bonding activities.
We're hoping that the girls really take a lot from this conference today, and they're even going to have a real down-to-earth girls talk with all the female teachers today at the end of the day.
I think it's important because I feel as though women are breaking boundaries and raising the bar in society. It's not just a man's world, but women as well, and they're on the rise. And I just don't want them to be discouraged or be bogged down by peer pressure or be intimidated because they're junior high and what they want to be may seem impossible. I want them to know, and not only know, but to see it with our Star Spotlight candidates today. We want them to see that, you can believe it and it can come true once you put your mind to it.
Organizers also say the highlight of the day was a candid girls' talk session where students engaged in honest, down-to-earth conversations with teachers, leaving them feeling inspired, supported, and better equipped to navigate both academic and personal life.
I feel like we're being seen and we are able to be more open about our feelings, especially because we won't feel judged. And we really needed it because not a lot of us have people to talk to personally about our questions, or not a lot of people to guide us.
I am very excited to be able to talk to young girls. I love to talk to young women about things going on in life. Just, the transition going from being a young girl to a young woman and everything in between. So my topic today is going to be about social media, self-esteem, and then I'm going to tell a personal story that may impact them, may make them laugh, but hopefully they get a message from it.
We salute our Facebook friend of the night, Stephanie Barr. Thank you so much for your support, and a special happy birthday going out to you as well. And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Listen, the Sun Last Stingers had themselves a great run at the Nationals. The details when we get back.
All right, sounds exciting. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Shane Stubbs after the break.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Edinburgh Napier University, the #1 modern university in Scotland, is now recruiting for their June 2026 intake and is holding a free information session at the Pelican Bay Hotel on April 30th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Edinburgh Napier's programs, which include the AACSB accredited and NACOB recognized MBA and BA business top-ups for holders of associate degrees, are 100% online, 100% relevant, and 100% flexible, and can be completed in a minimum of 1 year. Reserve a place now at seidegrees.com. That's www.seidegrees.com.
It used to be when one line faulted, the whole neighborhood went dark. Now, this device sends a pulse, finds the problem, and reroutes power, so more homes stay connected. Upgrades like this one are reducing outages and transforming our grid, making it stronger and smarter. That means more reliable power, lower operating costs, and lower bills. Instead of short-term patches or temporary fixes, we're building a modern new grid.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
People like me don't always get asked to lead, but I never waited to be asked to serve. I wasn't born into politics. I earned my way through service. As an educator, shaping young minds, as a police reserve officer, protecting our community, and for over a decade, serving you, the people of Central Grand Bahama. I've seen firsthand what our people face. Families working hard, but still struggling to get ahead. Communities needing more support, more opportunities, more action. Because here in Grand Bahama, we don't need just promises. We need leadership that understands the people. This campaign isn't about titles. It's about service. It's about community. It's about us. I'm Fraser Gibson, and I'm ready to continue to serve you in Central Grand Bahama.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. The Sunlight Stingers also had a number of top performers at the Frank Pancho Rami Track and Field Nationals, including Jordan Brown in the primary division, who set a new record in the 13 and under high jump and was the division's high point scorer.
I love how my coaches put effort and positivity inside me so I could break records and stuff. I love to break more records and be a better sprinter.
He set the new 13 and under national high jump mark at 1.47 meters while also winning gold in the long jump. Also breaking a record was Tamira Bullard in the under 15 girls javelin, and she too would be recognized as the division's top point scorer.
I feel accomplished because that was one of my goals that I had set this year. So I feel really good about it.
And rounding out the trio of high point scorers was Arthur Spencer Jr., grabbing 2 gold medals in the under 13 boys 400 meters and high jump, while adding bronze in the 200 meters.
Me winning MVP really shows that I was working hard, because last year I didn't perform like how I wanted to, but this year I feel like I really put my name out there.
Overall, the Stingers finished with 11 gold, 5 silver, and 19 bronze medals, more than a handful of age group runner-up trophies, including second place in the junior division. And lastly, don't miss out on the Grand Bahama Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated's Delta 7K Dash, taking place this Saturday, starting from the Beacon School.
It's a twofold event. All proceeds from the event goes toward our scholarship fund. And the second one is all about physical and mental health, so we can get out and get physical and get moving. It's always helpful for the body and to be more healthy.
The event kicks off at 7 a.m. with open male and female categories in the walking segment and age group brackets for the run, as well as primary and high school categories. And that's your Sports Fix this evening. Your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs, and always remember, it doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Mother's Day is right around the corner, and if you're thinking about what to get her this year, make it something that lasts. At Connect Bahamas, we transform everyday spaces into something that's truly special. From custom cabinets and elegant countertops to tiles, premium flooring, windows, and doors. And just in time for Mother's Day, Connect Bahamas is back with our 35% off Mother's Day sale happening April 16th through May 16th. This is your moment to upgrade her home. Visit us today and take advantage of the savings.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pintard says,
We will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Here at Variety World, we offer a variety of items, such as grocery items, toiletry items, household items. We offer men's shoes and clothing, refreshments, seasoning, toiletries, anything you might need, we have here at Variety World. We also carry refreshments, beauty supplies, and snacks, and hot parties. And for your morning breaks, you can come for tea and hot coffee. We have it all your retail needs. You can come on here down at Variety World, and we have everything you might need. We are located in Britannia Rachel Mini Mall on Polaris Drive in the plaza behind Stop and Shop. And our telephone number is 802-0158.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North on this Thursday. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
The
Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The Sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are Sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
First safety rule I remember is to never swim alone. Second rule, tell someone where you're going and what time you're expected to be back. Safety rule number 3, whenever you're on a boat or canoe, always carry a life jacket, when you're a weak swimmer or a strong swimmer. Safety rule number 4, don't dive into unknown waters. Safety rule number 5, parents, don't be on your cell phone when you're at the beach, pool, and with your child.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, another night of the two major parties going head-to-head on the rally stage over in the Family Islands. Here are the talking points. Both camps are driving home in the sprint to the finish line. Plus, a $4 million facelift for a community clinic. And a cry for help ends in death following an early morning stabbing in an inner-city neighborhood. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. New boundaries, new battleground, and tonight, a whole lot of political energy in the Berry Islands as the PLP rolls in with a link-up for progress. Leah Cooper is on the ground and joins us live with the details.
Well, an exciting evening tonight here on Bullock's Key in Great Harbor Key. We are here for the Rally for Progress, the Link Up for Progress, rather, where we are joined here by the PLP candidate for this area, Bimini and the Berry Islands, Mr. Randy Roll. How are you doing tonight, sir? How are you feeling?
Very good. The energy is up. We had a good day, and so I look forward to a good evening as well.
All right, and you've been on the ground here for quite some time. Tell us what the concerns are in this area and how do you plan to address them if you are elected the new representative?
Oh, thank you so much. Well, yeah, I've been on the ground for a while, and, you know, when I'm elected, thinking in the positive, I think most of the concerns are for the young people. We have a lot of young people here on the island, as well as Bimini, and so we plan to continue with programs and activities for young people, and so the park that's right behind us, we've started some work on the park, and we hope to continue.
There you have it, Mr. Randy Roll, the PLP candidate, rather, for Bimini and the Berry Islands. Now, this is a very unique constituency. It's a new constituency. It was introduced to us in the most recent budget, the most recent boundary cuts, rather, earlier this year. And this is an exciting night lined up. We will also hear from the likes of Pia Glover Roll, and we'll also hear from the current MP of this area, Mr. Leonardo Lightbourne. We'll also hear from the party's leadership, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper. For now, I am reporting live from Bullock's Harbor here in Great Harbor Key, sending it to our Corville Pipe Room over in Abaco.
PLP leader Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and his team have high hopes. And with the days winding down, their hope is that the message is sticking and momentum is building. Marsh Harbor, which forms part of the Central and South Abaco constituency, was Wednesday night's stop along the PLP's Rally for Progress tour. There, Prime Minister Davis telling the crowd he's happily watching the clock count down, painting his opponents, on the other hand, as trying to reset it, explaining to this crowd the F&M's definition of reset.
Reset is just a 2026 remix of stop, review, and cancel. It's just the same old song.
A lot is at stake in this election, Mr. Davis says, and he and his deputy, the Honorable Chester Cooper, insisting to Abaconians now is no time for turning back.
We launched a plan for 300 new homes in Abaco, and in addition to Treasure Key, we are also supporting a major expansion at the Abaco Club. Investors are putting serious money into Abaco because they see what we see, Abaco rising again.
A new name tag does not fix a broken engine. And Abaco, I ask you to never, ever forget.
The PLP hopes for double victories on this island, with Kirk Cornish seeking a second election win in North Abaco and newcomer Bradley Fox Jr. in Central and South Abaco.
And today, we find ourselves at an inflection point where Central and South Abaco needs both a stronger voice and a brighter vision for the future.
Leadership is not about position. It's about responsibility.
Well, they won't have much time to spare here in Abaco because now it's off to the Berry Islands. In Marsh Harbor, Abaco, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, thanks, Corval and Leah from Abaco. Though we head on over to Mangrove Key, Andros, where the Free National Movement staged its Fire Forward rally at Dorset Park last evening. Vern Carey has that report.
Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard rallied supporters at Dorset Park last night in Mangrove Key. He called on residents in Central and South Andros to support the party's candidate, Julian Gibson, describing him as a man with a heart for Andros. Pintard also underscored the strategic importance of Family Island communities to a future F&M administration.
The Family Islands have produced iconic Bahamian leaders. Persons who had access to less, and yet they emerge to help transform this country, and any other country they have gone to, they made a contribution. We believe that the children of Mangrove Key, of South Andros and Central deserve the attention of the government. And in the same way, they are allocating resources to their community. They need to do the same here in Mangrove Key, in South Andros and Central.
Deputy Leader Shannon Dawn Cartwright urged supporters to vote for what's best for the country when they head to the polls on May 12th.
This is a fight for our country. This is a fight for the heart and soul of the Bahamian people. So while the Progressive Liberal Party talks about choose progress, you must choose country. We must go up and down all across Andros and all across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and tell our family members, our friends, whoever we know, that this is about country.
Residents then heard from the party's standard bearer and former broadcaster, Julian Gibson. He noted that under an F&M government, long-standing issues on the island would be urgently addressed, including matters impacting the regatta community.
In my heart, I believe if Exuma and Long Island could go on the TV, Mangrove Key can also go on the TV. F&M government, we take regattas seriously. I am prepared to tell you tonight that under the leadership of Michael Clifton Pintard, regattas budgets will increase.
The F&M has scheduled a second rally for tonight in North Andros. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Thanks, Fern. Now back here in the capital, the focus centered on the multi-million-dollar makeover of a staple in the Elizabeth Estates community. LaDawn Davis has all the details in this next report.
Elizabeth Estates Polyclinic has undergone a $4 million transformation aimed at delivering improved urgent care services to residents in the Eastern District and nearby communities. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says the upgrade will streamline medical services at the facility while helping to reduce the burden on the accident and emergency department at the Princess Margaret Hospital. The move will also ensure a new level of community health care.
The renovations were designed to accommodate more patients, improve patient flow, and provide a higher level of privacy in treatment in areas that are exclusively prone to infectious diseases and also dental health expansion. Primary care services such as preventive screening, chronic disease management, maternal and child health care services, dental and general medical care will continue to be offered here at this facility while expanding urgent care services to the greater areas for non-threatening conditions.
According to the health minister, about 85% of the country's non-communicable diseases are preventable, and it's critical for all Bahamians to live healthier lifestyles.
But you know what that means? We must do physical activity. We must begin to understand the importance of nutrition. A meal is not a meal. You have to have nutritious meals, balanced meals, and you need to ensure that what you put in your mouth is a reflection of what you think your body deserves.
Area Member of Parliament, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, says residents will no doubt embrace the improved healthcare services available close to home.
This approach by the government has been deliberate, as we fundamentally believe that healthcare must not be centralized, but rather easily accessible to our communities and most especially to our senior citizens, or as I call them, my Elizabeth Pearls.
Dr. Darville encouraged the hundreds of medical professionals tasked with providing top-notch healthcare services at this new facility to continue to do so in the years ahead. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Thanks, LaDawn. Meantime, the Foxhill Clinic has a new name, the CCCLJ Foxhill Clinic. It's in honor of nurses Brendel Cox, Sybil Curtis, Celeste Lockhart, and Mary Johnson. The four women were born, raised, and served for many years in the Foxhill community. Foxhill MP, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, highlighted the vital role the clinic plays in Eastern New Providence.
How many people in this community are over the age of 65? So we pulled the voting register, and there are 1,500 people in the Foxhill constituency who are over the age of 65. Compare that to the number of people on the voting rolls who are under the age of 25, which is only 310. So that says something about our demographic. And as we go door to door, we find that we deal with a mature community. And the mature community needs the support of healthcare.
The Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, added that the veteran nurses are truly deserving of the honour, emphasising the need to return to compassionate care.
If our healthcare system is to advance, then we must find compassionate people. I want to say that again. Compassionate, loving people who have utilized these skills to promote healing and wellness. Many of us in the healthcare system have lost our compassion for people. And we must go back to the fundamentals, because there is nothing more important that when you are sick and need support, you meet someone who is compassionate and loving. That in itself is almost half the battle won.
Well, coming up, here what the Transport Minister has to say on the no bus fare increase. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report, that and more in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The week moves fast. Move smart with KFC. Monday, start with crunchy deals. Tuesday, you already know, it's crazy. Wednesday, don't break the 20. Thursday, grab the Rap Star for $8.95. Friday, you made it. Grab the Crunchy Deals Value Box for $9.95. Saturday night, we got you covered. And Sunday, no stoves today. The fill-up box feeds the family. Outsmart the week with KFC.
This is the National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join to better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train the help in search and rescue, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of identity, a sense of purpose, and a sense of patriotism.
This program isn't about only the individuals. It is about the country.
Special voters, overseas voters, and those aged 65 and over are invited to make an application to vote in the advanced poll, which will be held on Thursday, April 30th in New Providence and Grand Bahama. There are 4 ways to apply: in person at advanced poll application centers located at selected post offices and the Fox Hill and Nassau Village community centers, by phone and WhatsApp at 820-5649, 816-0649, 818-5649, and 803-5649. By email at advancepollparl@bahamas.gov.bs, via the government portal mygateway.gov.bs and the Parliamentary Registration Department. Applications can be made Friday, April 10th through Saturday, April 25th.
When bold flavor meets crispy perfection, something deliciously unexpected happens. Say hello to Wendy's new Italian chicken sandwich. Juicy chicken topped with Italian seasoned tomatoes, melty mozzarella, and a zesty mayo spread that'll have you saying, Bellissimo! It's the chicken you crave with a zesty twist you didn't see coming. Always imitated, never duplicated. Gotta be Wendy's.
Our forests are one of our most precious and important resources. Forests pump out oxygen we need to live and absorb the carbon dioxide we breathe out. Forests help keep the earth cool. Forests are home to birds, butterflies, and other important wildlife. Forests prevent droughts. Forests help reduce air pollution and also muffles noise pollution. Forests act as a shield against natural disasters. Forests are a source of income for many Bahamians.
The Bahamas Forestry Unit protects and sustainably manages forests throughout the Bahamas.
For our environment.
For our health.
For our livelihood.
For future generations.
For us.
You're looking at a shot there of St. Joseph's Catholic Church on Boyd Road. The church was established with a groundbreaking in November 1933. And that shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Shane Gibson. Welcome back. The refusal to increase the local bus fare to $2 on May 4th, no doubt leaving bus drivers peeved. Drivers argue that the cost of diesel is crippling their bottom line. Well, speaking a bit further to the issue today was Transport Minister, the Honorable JoBeth Colby-Davis.
There is a process, and it was not approved by Cabinet. There was not even a request that came to the ministry, and so there are particular sectors that we are looking at to provide the assistance, but that would have to be through Cabinet endorsement.
Meantime, a major blow tonight to a Family Island lodging after a portion of the unit was destroyed by fire. Lloyd Allen has the details.
Operators of Ivel's Bed and Breakfast are reeling tonight after an overnight fire which tore through one of the structures at the multi-unit boutique property in Masons Bay, Acklands. The family-owned facility, a staple for visitors to the island, has seen its accommodation capacity reduced from 19 to 16 rooms following the blaze. According to manager Gina Ferguson-Roll, the fire reported around 9:30 p.m. last night was first discovered by guests staying in two of the affected units.
Yesterday evening, we were alerted that there was a fire blazed at one of our properties. We have several rooms, properties. We have cottages. This was a cottage. It's a 3-bedroom. It actually also houses our water pump along with our generator and everything. We responded by, of course, grabbing all of the fire extinguishers and trying to make contact with the chief of police.
Roll says containing the blaze was challenging as there is no fire truck available. However, additional assistance was provided by utility workers.
We were able to use the Water and Sewage Corporation came with the water truck and came and assisted with outing the fire. It totally destroyed that building, that unit. However, nobody was hurt. The occupants were able to get their belongings out, and everybody is fine.
Rose says her family will work to restore what was lost, and president of the Acklands Trade and Development Association, Ferran Moss, says there remains a need for additional fire services.
July is our annual homecoming festival, and no doubt Ivel serves as one of our main accommodations. So it's very unfortunate. Additional, firefighter equipment that will mitigate against future occurrences. And we're asking corporate Bahamas to keep the island of Acklands in its prayers.
The cause of the fire is now under police investigation. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Also making news tonight, an unanswered cry for help ends in death for a man here in the capital. Here's what we know so far. The victim was on Moore Avenue with a couple he knew when he was allegedly stabbed to the right side of the neck. As police tell it, the wounded man ran off, traveling south along Miami Street and east onto Homestead Street, running through the area, seeking help, knocking on doors before collapsing in a backyard. When EMS arrived, they examined the victim and confirmed he had died. Detectives are busy trying to identify and arrest the culprit or culprits behind the crime. In the meantime, if you have any information that can assist, be sure to call 919-911 or the nearest police station. Well, ZNS Digital issuing an apology tonight following its incorrect social media post last evening that Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Chester Cooper, is taking a hiatus following the end of the current term. ZNS Digital sincerely apologizes for the error and has since removed the post.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Better off today, Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Tasha, what you saying? Girl, right here, rushing the cash. There's Johnson. I gotta renew my insurance. Oh, I with JSJ too, but I don't wait in line. I just pay online.
Stop it. How you do that?
Just email info@jsjohnson.com and say, sign me up for the online service center. They'll reach out and hook you up. You ain't never have to stand in line again.
Amen to that.
Save time. Pay online. Sign up for J.S. Johnson's online service center today.
Insurance, peace of mind.
For life's everyday to-dos, digital payments help keep things moving. Instead of worrying about carrying enough cash, your debit or credit card connects you directly to your bank, giving you secure, real-time access to your funds wherever you shop. Instead of worrying about carrying enough cash, your debit or credit card connects you directly to your bank. It's so easy that even a child can do it. The future of pay is digital.
Creative ideas didn't just come to life. They were activated through the bold intervention of the Tourism Development Corporation, an organization that goes beyond funding to fully understanding what it takes for Bahamian entrepreneurs to scale, sustain, and succeed. From tailored training programs and business plan development to website creation and strategic guidance, the TDC is building businesses with intention and impact across the Bahamas.
TDC has an opportunity and has a mandate to develop the tourism industry and develop businesses in that tourism sector. This program, Venture Pitch program, kind of like our version of Shark Tank, gives persons an opportunity to come, present their idea, somewhat in a little pressure environment, but if it's something that you're passionate about, come and present your idea, access some funding that we have available. We want to develop entrepreneurs.
The Bahama Venture Pitch Competition, it was built to unlock opportunity across the Family Islands and bring capital directly to Bahamian entrepreneurs. Since its launch, 9 competitions have been held across 7 islands, with Inagua up next. To date, approximately $360,000 has been invested into island economies, with $216,000, $24,000 per competition, awarded directly to tourism-driven entrepreneurs. This is entrepreneurship rooted in tourism and strengthening economies across the Bahamas.
We say to you, listen, keep it down home, keep it authentic, hone your 5 minutes of sharing the dream that you have with our judges, and really start to work on that business plan. Get some expert assistance in ensuring, because a huge part of this competition is also looking at what your ideas are in terms of the vision, the problems that you are solving, the solutions that you have, and of course, how economically viable those things are. Because having a dream is one thing, but really putting in the labor-intensive strategy around how you're going to bring that to fruition is also as important.
If you have an established tourism-related product or business, or even a concept ready to be refined, the opportunity exists. The Bahama Venture Pitch Competition proves that investing in Bahamians is investing in the Bahamas.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Well, Royston and I were having a little bit of fun on the commercial break, but Marlena, don't think for 1 minute we're not missing you here.
Absolutely.
At ZNS, so we're hoping you have a speedy recovery and hurry back soon. But for now, and as always, Royston's holding it down for you, and he's going to give us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
I'm sure she'll be back soon. Good night, Kush. Now, you've heard the Bahamian term, which is iconic, one more for the road. Well, 700 Wines and Spirits is celebrating 10 years, and tomorrow they're going to have something called the Great Pour. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be there right after the news tomorrow, of course. And also, I mean, you may have seen them parading downtown. It's preschool week, so the tiny tots are out and about in all their cuteness.
Ah, that sounds so cute. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pintard says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Near, far, where can I get 3 flavors in one pizza?
In here, at Little Caesars.
Ahoy! Then I'll take it for a great price. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza. 3 flavors, 1 happy you for just $11 VAT inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars. Pizza. Bang, bing.
Bing bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang ding. Bing bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding bang.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Well, that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Get the glow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources recently hosted Agri Expo 2026. Hundreds of patrons came out to the Gladstone Road Farmers Market for 3 days of farming, food, and fun. The expo brought together farmers, vendors, families, and agriculture lovers across the country for an exciting showcase of Bahamian talent, local produce, and innovation in agriculture and marine resources. Here's what some of our patrons had to say about the expo.
I feel like it's a very good opportunity, especially for small businesses, because it shows and it brings light. Instead of like all the TNCs and all the big companies, it brings light to the small local companies, and it also helps to keep money in the economy.
This is my first time being here. I'm really excited. It was amazing. I was able to visit a lot of the local vendors here, see some of the plant stores, get a feel of the local teas. Even though I'm an island girl, it was like a really good experience. Some of the tarts, and I can say that definitely next year I'll be back.
We also heard from some of our vendors.
It was a lasting experience. I love being here because we meet all types of people. I was surprised to see how well my product sold. It's a new product on the market that we're just trying to introduce to the Bahamian populace, and they seem to be accommodating.
It was beyond my expectations. I'd be at the farmers market regular on Saturdays as a vendor for years, but when I saw the amount of tent and the amount of, I really can't find words for it, but I really think it's unique and it's needed. The culture needs to be exposed more. I wish this could happen every month or every 3 months.
This year, there were more vendors, more excitement, and the organizers responsible, they did a great job in terms of helping us to set up and have everything in order. And for that, I appreciate Ministry of Agriculture.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Keith Bryan Jr.
It's Girls in ICT Day. Today we get a sneak peek inside the dedicated to women and girls in STEM. Plus, students at the St. Anne's School get an up-close look at a new robotics club. Those details straight ahead. Also, it's preschool week. Our tiniest tots hit the streets today for their annual costume parade. We're all looking forward to that story. And in sports, the National Family Island Regatta is underway.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. On this Friday, Junior, I'm Royston Jones, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. As technology continues to move at a phenomenal pace, more young women are finding their place right in the center of it. And here in the Bahamas, that shift is unfolding in real time, with girls stepping into spaces that continue to expand and evolve. And on International Girls in ICT Day, that's a conversation that will only continue to grow. For now, let's dive right into the news. In celebration, International Girls in ICT Day, the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority, IRCR, brought together high school students from across the country on Wednesday, both virtually and in person. The annual global celebration is intended to encourage girls to pursue careers in STEM and technology-based fields. Leading IRCR Director of Electronic Communications, Nicole Watkins, called on the girls to start thinking about how they can change the world.
You must decide. Decide to show up. Decide to try to learn, to speak up, to step forward, and to keep going when they tell you don't or you can't. Young ladies, I am counting on you. We are counting on you as the future of the country, because we cannot build the future without you. And you must not sit quietly in the background and be shy while the future is being designed without you.
Senior Integration Officer for Technology Integration at the Ministry of Education, Samantha Wilson, shared to participants how they can use artificial intelligence to make their lives easier or even become creators.
Imagine if you used your creativity for something more. What if you created something that helped other students to learn? What if you created something that supports mental health? What if you created something that solves a real problem? So don't just ask, well, let's get plenty views. I hope this get plenty views. Ask this question, who does this help? And what value does it bring?
A great question indeed. Meanwhile, St. Anne's School is stepping into the future with the launch of its new Raspberry Pi Coding AI Robotics Club, and the club is in partnership with the Rotary After Dark, the satellite club of Rotary Club of East Nassau, and is open to students as young as 7 interested in learning how to program and operate robots. Chairman Howard Evans says early exposure is key to preparing students for the future.
We are trying to launch this event to make sure that kids has the necessary skills in the era of AI. So this will actually make it very powerful for kids, so that when they graduate from school, they will have the necessary skills to find employment. So we're trying to push the wave of the next software engineers here in the Bahamas, where companies unlikely have to outsource. They can find them right here in the country.
The club launch makes the Bahamas the third of only 2 other Caribbean countries, Haiti and Aruba, to host a Raspberry Pi coding club, and the first of its kind in the Bahamas. Principal of St. Anne's Schools, Janan Lewis, says the students are already eager to join.
It's exciting for students because not only is it the first time, but everything is coding now and everything is AI. So in order for us to get them involved in these things, but to teach them the right way to do it, we are so excited, and they are so excited to have this club launched.
Howard said he hopes to expand the club to the Foxhole community and eventually schools across the country. Now, if you thought Lucky the turtle was the cutest thing you'll see all week, then take a look at this. It's preschool week, and tiny tots from public schools around the capital paraded the streets today for their annual costume parade and banner competition. 29 schools gathered their little ones for the ultimate display of creativity, smarts, and imagination. This year's theme is Alphabet Explosion.
As you know, alphabet, learning the letters of the alphabet is foundational. It's a foundational skill. It helps our children to be able to sound out words. It helps them to be able to read. And so you will see every school depicting a letter of the alphabet. And so that is what you have as we parade through the streets of New Providence this morning. We want the Bahamas to know that Ministry of Education preschools are alive and well, and we are laying a strong foundation with high-quality education.
And today was really the icing on the cake for these early learners as they had a full week of activities, including a church service and sports day, as well as an exhibition opening and a literacy fair. These activities also happening in 76 other preschools and early learning centers across the Bahamas.
Across the islands of the Bahamas, we have different events going on in different islands. We have costume parades, we have literacy fairs, we have fun days, we have reading to the preschoolers. We have all kinds of activities that our preschoolers are engaged in on different islands across the Bahamas.
Saw the two little doctors holding hands, so cute. Still to come, 700 Wines and Spirits is getting ready to host the Grand Pour. We'll learn all about it after the break. And of course, Diane Dorsett has your Access weather forecast, so don't go anywhere.
National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join to better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train the help in search and rescue, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of identity, a sense of purpose, and a sense of patriotism.
This program isn't about only the individuals. It is about the country.
New Double Serum, 2 serums in 1. Powered by Clarence breakthrough anti-aging defense technology with 22 plant extracts and 5 active molecules. Visible anti-aging results in 7 days. Double Serum, the power to change your skin's future. Clarence.
Available at Lorix Duty Free, Bay and Parliament, Old Fort Bay, Marathon Mall and Palmdale.
Thursday, April 23rd, and it's time for your Access weather forecast. Let's take a look at what's shaping our weather over the next few days. Before I begin, I'd like to say that today was an absolute perfect day here in the capital. If you were able to just sit outside and enjoy it, I am jealous of you. But I'm sorry to say we may not be getting the same lovely weather tomorrow. Looking at our satellite picture, we see scattered showers across the island chain, but a low-level trough in the eastern Gulf of Mexico will spread some more clouds over the northwest Bahamas. Those clouds will stay put until about Saturday, then we'll be back to great weather. Meanwhile, winds will continue to gradually decrease into the weekend, and while the winds weaken, things are going to start heating up as a warming trend develops. Now, over our waters and in the northwest Bahamas tonight, we'll get winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet, and a low tide at 7:53 in the evening. In the central and southeast Bahamas tonight, winds will be easterly at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, therefore warranting a small craft caution. Tomorrow in the northwest Bahamas, we'll get winds southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet, a low tide at 8:56 in the morning, and the high tide at 2:56 in the afternoon. Moving down to the central Bahamas, winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet. And in the southeast Bahamas on Friday, winds will be easterly at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet. Then on Saturday in the northwest and central Bahamas, we'll get winds light and variable, seas at 1 to 3 feet, a low tide at 9:59 in the morning, followed by a high tide at 4:04 in the afternoon. In the southeast Bahamas, southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet. It is time now for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That was your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance, and that wraps up your Access weather forecast. But join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you so much, Diane. Meanwhile, 700 Wines and Spirits is gearing up to celebrate 10 years with an event you really don't want to miss. The Grand Pour is happening tomorrow, and here to give us all the details is Brand Ambassador Erin Marshall. I want to say thank you so much for joining us on Access Now.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Now, 700 Wines and Spirits, of course, is a leading, and this is one of my favorite words, a leading libations provider in the Bahamas for the last 10 years. But I want to ask you, what is this Grand Pour event all about?
You are correct. So the Grand Pour, this is the launch to 700 Wines and Spirits 10th year anniversary. And this is an opportunity for us to showcase our portfolio at Commonwealth Brewery.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What can attendees expect when they come out to this Grand Pour event? We already have some of the drinks. I'm sure people have seen some of the drinks that we're displaying here currently. What can they expect when they come out?
So the Grand Pour, it's going to be a grand event, of course. And we're going to have, exactly. We're going to have 24 booths.
Okay.
Ranging from non-alcoholic, beers, spirits, as well as wines.
Yes.
Everything you can possibly dream of is going to be there. Vitamalt, Hennessy, Heineken 00, Heineken Regular.
Yes. So there's something for everybody. And
something for everyone.
You tend to forget not all the beverages that 700 Wines and Spirits provides is alcoholic by nature.
Correct.
There's something for everyone there.
Correct.
Now, of course, we have a few brands in front of us. 700 Wines and Spirits is also one of my favorite brands because I'm a Guinness drinker.
Okay.
Guinness Smooth and Guinness Regular.
Guinness Smooth will be there, but we will be there.
What I do see is High Noon. So talk to us about some of the brands we have on display in terms of beverages and what will be out there, because the variety is going to be out there tomorrow.
Yeah, so we are going to have a variety. Of course, RTDs is also a ready-to-drink products.
Okay.
It's also a big highlight of our portfolio. So we have High Noon. High Noon is normally what we would think of day drinking, any type of day activities, pickleball, tennis, a day out on the beach. So it's going to be an opportunity for you to try and taste. Summer is coming, so this is the perfect opportunity for you to...
I feel like summer's already here.
It surely is.
Yes.
So, of course, what we want to do is present our brands so we know what we're going to be drinking this summer.
Yes,
so High Noon, we're going to be out there. We're going to have a pickleball table.
Pickleball table?
Yes, it's going to be there. Where you can play a little pickleball.
I'm a big pickleball fan.
We have Red Bull is going to be there as well. You got to come out to see what we're going to have there.
That sounds great.
And, of course, we're going to have our lounges. We're going to have VIP areas. It's truly something that you want to experience.
A truly grand event indeed.
A grand event.
Now, for those who want to attend tomorrow, how can they get more information? What times does it start, and where will it be?
Yes, so April 24th, Friday, the Grand Pour. We will be at the historic Collins House, Shirley Street. Tickets are $50 once you enter. You have access to all of our booths. There's no fees for each drink, so once you enter with $50, you have access to everything. 7 p.m. until midnight, again, Shirley Street, Collins House. You can purchase tickets at ticketflare.com underneath the Grand Pour name, as well as any of our 700 Wines and Spirits stores here in New Providence, and tickets will be on sale at the door.
There we go.
Yes.
I want to say congratulations on 10 years of being in the Bahamas and being a libations provider. I'm looking forward to the event. I will be in the studio until about 8 o'clock, and then
We'll
I'll
be right there.
right over to you guys.
All right.
So thank you so much for joining us on Access
Thank
Now.
you,
Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Sports with Almajal Knowles is right after the break.
The surprise of this spring? How easy it is to save at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Bumblebee flake tuna, 5 ounces, 2 for $1.39. Riceland parboiled rice, 5 pounds, $3.89. Green cabbage, 99 cents per pound. Boneless chicken breast, $2.99 per pound. Smoked picnic hams, $2.99 per pound. For every meal, for every snack, nobody feeds the family like Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way, from solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanities, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at wbusbahamas.com. We Buy You Sell. Upgrade your home today.
Some burgers are simple. The Barbecue Crispy King, this one goes all in. Smoky barbecue sauce, crispy bacon, flame grilled beef, stacked high flavor in every bite. In Nassau, we don't do small, and we definitely don't do boring. And when morning hits, the Breakfast Barbecue Crispy King has that bam to start the day. Burger King Nassau, triple down on big flavor.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. After some bad weather put a halt to the start of day one of the National Family Island Regatta over in Georgetown, Exuma, race action would finally pick up earlier today. Our Charles Fisher tells us more in this report.
Good evening, Amo. As the song say, Exuma Sweetie. And you can tell in the background, it definitely is. Yes, we are here for the 70th National Family Island Regatta. Yesterday, seas, they were rougher than this, postponing the cup races in the B, C, and A classes. They were able to get them in today. Yesterday, the E class was able to sail right there in the harbor with Mako winning that. Today, they came back for the first series race, and winning that again was the young skipper, Emmett Knowles, aboard Mako.
It was good. All it was we did a lot of testing before. It was really figuring out the course. We learned early that right was the way to go, so we started on committee, went right as fast as we could, tacked on the shift, and spent the rest of the race just defending us from Amory and Bahamas and Mako. That's pretty much all it was. And Crab Key, there's no waves, so it's all shifts and all speed and all point. Out here, it's different because you have a lot more chop at the downwind buoy than at the upwind, so you have to sail different depending on where you're located on the course. It's very tricky.
Now over in the C class, their first cup race this morning, that was won by Stephen Knowles and the crew of Sassy Sue. Now come tomorrow, they will sail the second series races because they are up the schedule after doubling up today. Then come Saturday, all the hardware will be handed out in Exuma at the National Family Island Regatta. And if you're not here yet, boy, I don't know how you're going to get here because we're understanding all the planes, the boats, and any way you can get here is full. But they're here in Georgetown, Exuma with my cameraman, Stefano Johnson, enjoying a good time. Back to you, Amo.
From the water to the mat over the weekend, Cara Hanna would make history as she would become the first Bahamian to medal at the Pan Am Games at the senior level. She would take a bronze home in the women's judoka. Cara would pop over to the ZNS Total Sports Studios to tell us about the feat.
I've never fought Bridget before, but I know that she is an aggressive powerhouse. I kid you not, she is 5'5" or something, but she is so powerful. And so I knew that I did not want to get thrown by Bridget, right? And so I went out there with the mindset, okay, go there, be aggressive, put your hands where your hands go, make a big move, relax. Okay, when she moves, then you attack. And it actually happened exactly how Coach Joshua said it would. So shout out to Coach White down in the ATL for putting me on some game. And that's how I was able to secure the bronze medal match.
Now, as for what it means for Bahamian judokas.
The other countries, we're not, at least in the judo area of sports, you don't really hear too much about other Bahamians. So they don't have high hopes for us. So now that, between myself and Xavier, we have Tara, we also have Andrew, we have Josh down in Canada and the twins, and then we have my athlete, Kaylisha, who's coming up. We're putting in a lot of work, and so we're setting the Bahamas name, making it known that, hey, y'all, when y'all see Bahamians coming, y'all know y'all gotta pull up y'all socks, because, we can make y'all run, give y'all a run for y'all money,
Now, we'll hear more from Cara in tomorrow's Sportscast. And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
launch for BTC Air in the Family Alliance shows BTC's commitment to providing our customers with high-speed internet, the best service. We already have fiber to the home, 100% in Grand Bahama, and we've launched BTC Air in Bimini and parts of Eleuthera, and we're having tremendous success. So we're here to ensure that all the other islands have the same high internet speed and the same quality of service that we offer every other island.
What made me interested in working in BTC Air was the mere fact that it sounded very promising in terms of getting internet to the island of South Andros.
Well, BTC has made a great impact in the island of Andros as it stands now. Being a technician there for over a year now to remove customers from the copper network, which has been deteriorating over the recent years, to now a product that actually, I'll say, exceeds a lot of people's expectations.
What surprised me most about the technology behind BTC is the speed, the internet speed. Me, myself, I'm a gamer, so hearing that the internet speed is fast and connecting to it and see that it's actually moving fast, that surprised me.
The experience was great delivering to the customers because once they get the BTC Air service, they love it.
Anyone that's interested in getting BTC Air, nothing else compares. You can try any other service and you wouldn't get the speeds that BTC Air has to offer. So I can implore you, BTC Air is the way to go.
Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands, we believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need, a great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products, saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
At Lorix Duty Free, Bay and Parliament, Old Fort Bay, Marathon Mall and Palmdale.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
You're looking at a shot of the Ministry of Works building on John F. Kennedy Drive. It's time now to take a trip to, well, you'll find out. Let's go. National parks here in New Providence, Abaco, Exuma, Grand Bahama, and Inagua will be bustling with activity this Friday as National Parks Day is observed this weekend. CIBC Caribbean stepped in and donated funds for the Bahamas National Trust to assist in ensuring that more people can access, experience, and connect with the country's national parks at a time when environmental awareness and sustainable development are increasingly important. National Parks Day activities include guided tours and birding experiences, as well as interactive workshops, wellness sessions, and family-friendly engagements. All sounds very good. But that's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. Of course, tomorrow is Entertainment Friday, and an Entertainment Friday you don't want to miss. I want you to think pastries, I want you to think macaroons, bonbons, and many more. That's it for now. Stay tuned for the rundown on leadership with Ahmad Rashad.
I don't know, but
way.
What kind of cars is parking around? You don't even know where to park. If you just don't park in the, look at this way. Like you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park. Just don't park.
Like park over here. That's on the gas.
No, man, you can't park on the gas.
I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long.
On the gas spot,
Boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, bro. I tell you we shouldn't park here.
Don't get one of these things.
My bad big bro, and he got a sticker inside to say this mother. We gotta move. This is honey gas. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't we can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, leaders from all generations, good evening and welcome to the Rundown on Leadership. I am your host, Ahmad Ashar Thompson, and I'm so excited to be with you tonight. This is the place you gather every week to develop ideas, expand perspectives, and discuss modern leadership. And each week, we aim to advance leadership conversations locally, regionally, and globally, helping leaders achieve and maximize their potential. And as always, I must begin with deep gratitude. Thank you so much for inviting us into your homes, your offices, your leadership spaces each week. Your loyal viewership and engagement continue to inspire this platform and remind us why this conversation matters so deeply. I know you could be anywhere on a Thursday evening, but each week you choose to run it down with us, and we are grateful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's election time again. The people getting ready to go vote. And in just 19 days, the Bahamas will make a decision that will shape the trajectory of this nation for years and years to come. And let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen, national elections are not something to take lightly. They are not casual, they are not routine, they are not simply dates on a calendar. They are defining moments in the life of a nation. Moments where our country pauses, reflects, and decides who do we trust to lead us forward. Now here's what makes this moment even more significant. We are a nation not yet 60 years old. We're young enough to still be shaping our identity, young enough to still be defining our place in the world, but seasoned enough and experienced enough and alert enough to understand that where we are going will require more than pretty shirts and fancy billboards. It will require leadership, sound leadership, committed leadership, directional leadership, and yes, demonstrative leadership. The kind of leadership that does not just speak, but executes. The kind of leadership that does not just promise, but produces. Because across this country right now, expectation is rising, people are watching, and people are listening. And tonight we are asking two very important questions. Why you, and why now? I have two guests joining me tonight for this show. Mr. Owen Wells, prospective candidate from the PLP for the St. James constituency, and my friend, my writer, my colleague, Simone Bourne. We're going to answer those questions from a political perspective and from a corporate perspective. So I encourage you to stay close to your television. Text everybody you know, because the rundown is starting right now on leadership, and we're going to continue this conversation because your break is right after your breakthrough is right after this break. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Desmond Saunders. I want you to tune in to the new Weekend Edition, Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., where we have a whole lot of new stuff for you. All right, so I'll give you a sneak preview. Boldly Bahamians, Sizzle Saturdays, Parliamentary Bench, just to name a few. So buckle up and get ready for the ride. Coming this fall, the new Weekend Edition. Stay close.
Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas. When it comes to hardware or home improvement items, we guarantee the lowest prices. That's our price match guarantee. If you find anything we sell for a lower price anywhere in the Bahamas, let us know about it. We will beat that price. We want your business. Shop at CBS Bahamas or cbsbahamas.com.
Well, what about me? What about you? What? Well, I thirsty too, you know. You want to see all the water out there? Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water? You crazy, eh? I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know. Ain't nobody could drink salt water. Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Rundown on Leadership. Good evening. It is so great for you to be with us tonight. I'm excited because we are 19 days away from a decisive time in our nation, and I was able to steal off the campaign trail a young man who is presenting himself for the first time for candidacy. He is asking you to elect him as your next constituent, and I've been able to steal him away for just a few minutes tonight. I'm talking about Mr. Owen Wells, the PLP candidate for the St. James constituency. Owen, good evening to you, sir.
Thanks for having me tonight.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. I know that you're very busy, so we're going to get right to it, Owen. I'm going to ask you two questions over the course of our time this evening. Why you and why now? But before we get there, Owen, who is Owen Wells? Tell our audience tonight who you are.
Great question. I'm an attorney by profession. I'm also the chairman of Bahamex. That's the government's paving company. You can see that we have a lot of initiatives currently underway, so people can look forward to that. I'm also the deputy chairman of Be Alive. That's a telecommunication company. And I'm also a board member of the Bahamas Investment Corporation. And that is the company that is responsible for the build-out of the port.
Indeed.
Like I said, I'm an attorney by profession. Studied in England. I'm also a husband, a father, and a devoted Anglican.
Indeed, indeed. What is that family background? What is that heritage? What is that, who Owen is beyond those titles? What does that mean to this point in your life right now? What does it mean beyond the titles, beyond the roles, beyond the accomplishments? Who are you and what does that actually mean, and how does it add value to your state in life right now?
Well, it's really most important when you look at it deep down inside. It's what you mean to your family, your friends and your family is representing them and them believing in you. So that's who I really am. Someone that my family can believe in, some of my friends can believe in. And they all supported me on this journey because, as I said, they believe in me.
Indeed. How do you define leadership, Owen?
Leadership is something that we all look towards and all require out of persons, especially in this public life. I think leadership is some people lead different ways. Some lead vocally and some lead by example. If you can find a leader that combines both, then you have somebody that's built for any task or any job who can get things accomplished.
Indeed.
And that's typically who I am.
Indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you would have noticed that it's something different tonight. We went straight in to our conversation, and that's for a reason. Time is of the essence tonight, but I really want you to lean into our conversation intently. We've gotten right to the matter at hand because we really want to understand what it takes, one, to do this type of thing, to put yourself in the ring, and then two, to understand why at this point in your life, in this journey, you want to do this. Beyond that, though, before we get there, when you think of the one thing that you would say is required of someone willing to put themselves forth for national leadership, what would that one thing be?
You need somebody who has a love for people, right? Especially in this business. If you don't like people, you don't want to engage with people, and you don't want to help people, you're definitely in the wrong line, because that's what this is about, right? It's about public service, helping those that need the help and helping society on the whole.
When you think of the issues that plague our nation, right? The things that drive you to want to put yourself forward to help solve those issues, what do you think is the most, maybe one or two most pressing issues we face right now at the national level?
National level, it's no need to run from it. There's an immigration issue. I think the government is doing a good job with that. They're getting their message out. What they have done, they've hired the most immigration officers ever in any administration at any period of time. They've also repatriations, the most repatriations ever again. And also the demolishing of shanty towns. I don't think there's been an administration that I can remember in my lifetime that has demolished as many shanty towns as this government has.
Yes, sir. What would you say, Owen, is, do you see leadership as an ambition or a calling? Or is it a mixture of both?
Well, I don't know. It's a mixture of both, right? Some people are called and some people it's natural.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what I said earlier. If you can combine certain traits, then that makes a great leader. Someone that knows exactly what people need and what is best. So that's what leadership is about.
Yes, sir. Now, you are in a peculiar position.
Am I?
I believe so.
Okay.
You are a first-time candidate. You are in a brand new constituency. You are taking on someone who's been in politics a little bit longer than you have. What does it mean for you at this point in your life to present yourself as the candidate for the PLP at this time in this constituency?
I might be a first-time politician, first time to electorate, but I am familiar with the process. I'm familiar with leadership. I'm familiar with actually doing things and getting things accomplished. So taking that into consideration, I think that politics is not new to me, and I have the traits and the attributes of what it takes to actually succeed in this. But going against somebody who isn't the first time, that isn't a daunting task to me because they're just a mere politician, right? I bring something different to the table. I bring leadership, I bring experience, I bring problem solving, you know, analytical thinking. So these are things that are needed for a country to succeed, and that's what I'm going to help.
Yes, sir. That last point, the analytical thinking, it's something we seem to experience less and less in the world today. People are more reactive than they are responsive. They are quick to just throw something at something and call it solved. Why is analytical and critical thinking important in governance, especially in this nation today?
You need to be ahead, right? It's always good to be 2 steps ahead, to know what's required, what is needed. And if you know what is required and what is needed, then you can be ahead of the process. Whereas it's all about process and problem solving. When you think about leadership and you think about leading and anything in government, right? You have to be able to solve problems because problems will come.
Absolutely.
And if you can't solve the problems, what's going to happen?
Indeed.
In the masses, they're going to get upset, right? And they say, what do we elect this guy? But that's not what you want. So critical thinking, being an analytical thinker and being a problem solver, that's what I am.
Yes, sir. As you move about the nation, move about your constituency, move about our country, what are the things that you feel are the people who you're talking to regularly, what are they saying to you that is plaguing them, that's on their mind, that are standing out most of them as issues for you and your potential colleagues to solve?
Okay. Well, what they really want is they want a presence. They want to feel their MP. They don't want somebody who just turns up a few days, a few months before election and say, hey, vote for me, and then I don't see you thereafter, right? They want a continued presence, and that's something that I'm pledging to them, right? So I have 2 constituency offices that are open right now. They will maintain, they will continue to be open throughout the process. But they are also concerned about other things, particularly in my area, infrastructural issues, whether it be lighting concerns, whether it be flooding concerns, or whether it be these roads, right, that we are dealing with. But there are concerns. I know the concerns, and I must add, the reason why I'm so familiar with the concerns is I'm a resident of St. James. So everywhere in St. James, I tend to traverse. So I know what's going on, and I know how I'm going to solve those problems.
Indeed. That's an interesting point. I was reading an article today. I can't remember where I was reading it. I think it was on social media. And a gentleman had made a point that he feels that's the route government should take in our nation. We should appoint or run individuals who are from in the area they want to run in, or they're going to be run in. Do you agree with that? Do you think that's the strategy that should be employed, or are we should frame our politics from now on, or is that just an advantage when it happens to be the case?
Well, I won't agree that it should be that way. I would say that it's a plus, right? It's definitely a plus if you have an individual who lives within the constituency. They would tend to know, and I think it's obvious, they would tend to know whatever issues within that community. They would be more adapt to solving those issues, and they would have a better grasp on the people in that community, right, and what they want and what they require. So it's a plus, and obviously it's a plus for me, and everyone should look forward to that.
Indeed. You have, I've seen you reference a part of your plan for the St. James constituency, and you've called it your 10-point plan. Talk to us a little bit about what that plan entails and how you plan to accomplish those things on that plan.
10-point plan, 10-point agenda, we use the term, right? I would encourage everybody to go on my social media platforms. They can see it there, along with my bio. But it entails on what is needed, right? Having the knowledge already that I possess for living there, and also by visiting houses, visiting constituents, I was able to grasp all the ideas and compilate it in one document. I mean, we speak to the issues that face us, whether it be, again, the infrastructural issues, roads, flooding, lighting, those issues, whether it be creating safer communities, implementing CCTVs, right, whether it be advocating for police to do more patrols. That's something that I'm also going to do, right? Whether it be in stuff for the children, right? We have children who, when they get homework, they go home. Unfortunately, some parents don't even understand the homework, right? So they can't provide assistance. So imagine what that does to us socially, right? So what we intend to do is have after-school classes that can assist these children, right? That's also on my plan. I'm an attorney by profession, right? So we'll have legal aid clinics. Sometimes these attorneys are kind of expensive, right? So what we're going to do is institute-free legal aid clinic. We've already started that, and we've had one thus far. It was a glaring success. Persons were happy, they got the information they needed, and we guided them in the right direction. And not to take all day on it, but there's also environmental issues that we face within St. James. We have mangroves, we have all of these things that are dumped, dumping, illegal dumping. So enforcement on that is something I'm also going to advocate for and be very strict on that. So I would encourage everybody to go on my social media platforms where they can see the 10 points, and we can have a good dialogue or conversation on it.
As we go to our first break, Owen, I want you to talk to the young person who may feel like, man, all y'all is the same. That's just a new face they put on the poster. I ain't got time for this. Talk to that person to help them to understand why it's important to not become disenfranchised in this process right now and to exercise their voice and their vote.
Yeah, but I find it a lot. I think every candidate is finding the same thing. There's a lot of young people feel disenfranchised by the whole process. Nothing's going to change. All politicians are the same, right? But what I tend to tell them is to look within their set, their group of friends. No one in their group of friends is the same. They're not the same as Peter or Paul. They have different ideas, they have different beliefs, and they intend to do things differently than one of their friends would do. So don't judge us all the same. Don't beat me with the next man stick, right? Listen to who I am, get to know my ideas, and believe in me. If you believe in me and give me a chance, you will see what the difference is, right? Everyone's not the same.
Yes, sir. Everyone is not the same. He's asking you to give him a chance to believe in him, to show you that he is different than those that you would have seen in the past. We are still having this opportunity to talk with Owen Wells tonight about why him and why not. I want you to stay close. Text everybody you know and tell them to come onto the show to run it down with us, because your breakthrough continues after this break. Stay close.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim Bahamas. Water safety rule number 1. Never swim alone. Go with a friend.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
Oh, you're still here?
But of course you are. But be sure to tune in every weekday at 7:30 p.m. for the Bahamas Tonight Access Now,
Where we bring you the brighter side of news.
Join us for the Bahamas Tonight
Access Now, weeknights at 7:30 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, my guest tonight is Mr. Owen Wells, the candidate, forgive me, for the PLP for the St. James constituency. And Owen is answering 2 questions for us tonight. Why him and why now? When you think, Owen, about national development, right, what does that actually mean for our nation? I'll give you some context before you answer. We've seen historically when one government comes in and another is voted in or voted out, the plans don't necessarily continue that was started beforehand. We come in and we uproot and we disrupt and we start our own thing. Is that really the way we should be going regarding national development, 1? And 2, if you had to be, let's say, given charge of a national development plan for our nation, what approach would you take if we go back to that critical and analytical thinking you were talking about earlier?
Great question, and I think that's an issue that we face today within the Bahamas. That has somewhat kept us stagnant for some period. Going back to what you said, we have an issue where we've been voting one party in, and the next 5 years we vote them out. And think about it, what happens, right? When you come in as a party, F&M PLP, they tend to get rid of the other party's plan, right? So the first 1 to 3 years, what do? It's a cleanup process, right? And especially with the F&M. Stop, cancel, review, all right? So the first 1 to 3 years is that process. By the time they get into their 4th and 5th year, they're just trying to implement plans, right? And then election comes again. So the country is stagnant. The growth isn't there. The development isn't there. So the Bahamian people must have a serious conversation with themselves. Do we want to keep doing this in and out, in and out, in and out, where we keep keeping stagnant, or do we want to give another party a second term where whatever they have started, they can build upon that, and the progress will be seen, right? And this will help drive the economy even more, right? And which is needed. So we have to have a serious conversation with ourselves as a society. Is this voting in and out good for society? It's good for the Bahamas. If you take into consideration what's happening in our Caribbean brothers and sisters country, take for Jamaica, for instance, right? They've had 4 consecutive terms. You can see the growth, you can see the development, and it's a reason, right? Plans are able to be implemented and worked on. You have time to implement your plan, develop your plan, and to accomplish your plan. Barbados is the same. So we have to catch up, or we're going to get left behind.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think then that there's value in having both sides, or maybe even 3 sides, depending on how things play out in our country over the next few days, involved in that discussion regarding national development? I'm not talking about the way one particular party or government governs the nation, but if we're talking about real national development, should there be bipartisan contribution to that plan? Your thoughts on that?
I think there should be bipartisan conversation to anything nationally, right? And that's why you get in the housing debate, right? But obviously to the development plan, yes. There's bipartisan conversation to that. What are your ideas? What are my ideas? You know, what is best? How do we frame this into one? I think that would be good for any society, and especially us in the Bahamas.
Got it. Every leader has to make a decision at some point in their life, Owen, that will affect their future, their success, and even to your point about trying to be a government that wants to be successive in its governing. Sometimes some decisions don't go down well with constituents, right? You make a decision that you know is best for the nation, but may cost you an election. Do you still make that decision?
I still make the decision, but I think how you make the decision and how you communicate that decision to the public is what's should be done, right? Communication, information going off to the public. Why did I make this decision? Where would this decision lead me in 5 years? This is the reasoning, and this would if I did not make the decision, this is what was going to happen. Since I'm making this decision, this will lead us in 5 years. Once that is communicated properly, and I think the public and the constituents in general can live with it.
Yes, sir. So you're talking about effective communication.
Effective communication.
Speaking to your constituents, speaking to the nation, and helping them understand what is at stake, what happens if we don't act now or sooner, what happens when we do act, and why we're taking this course of action as our plan of action.
Exactly.
Understood.
And I think they would understand that. Anyone rational would understand that.
If you had to identify, Owen, 3 priorities that would radically transform our nation in the next decade, what would those priorities be?
Diversifying the economy, right? We are built on sand, sun, and sea, right? But diversifying that economy can take us where we need to be. That would be one, right? Immigration policy, right? Strengthening of it. I think that where we are now, if we add strength to that, that would be another one, right? And I would say for the final one is environment, right? Where we are, I think the Prime Minister has a great idea with that. Carbon credits, right, and getting everything in order in the environment. If we can do those 3 things, then we will be primed for the future.
Okay. I want to probe a little bit deeper on the diversification of the economy. That's something that's... I work in HR in my private life, right?
Okay.
And some things feel like buzzwords, right? Engagement, accountability, rubbish. We could say that, but do we really do it? When you think about diversifying the economy, what does that actually mean for our nation? Because right now, Japan is make sun, sand, and sea. You could bottle that somewhere and make that nowadays. It's not something we can actually sustain ourselves with for the next 50 years. When you think of that, though, in its most basic form, what does diversification of economy actually mean?
Well, one instance where we can do diversify the economy is we can do better in our food production, right? If we were able to expand that, being able to feed ourselves, being able to bring in and also exports on that, and then that would diversify the economy somewhat. But diversifying the economy will actually help us in the future.
50 years from now, my grandma is 90 years old, Owen.
Yeah.
Right? My niece is 8. I have a nephew that's 6. I have a brother that's 23.
You good with numbers? You remember all of those ages?
I do. They all have varying viewpoints of the world right now. My brother is of that generation that seems to be disengaged. He's checked in, but appears to be like, yeah, he's kind of aloof sometimes. My grandmother has enjoyed 90 years of life and seen 53 of them or so as an independent nation. What do you want our nation to look like, feel like, sound like in another 50 years?
Well, that's 2 different viewpoints you speak about.
Sure.
Right? Your grandmother's viewpoint is she knew exactly where we came from.
Absolutely.
She knew what we had to do to get our rights to vote. She knew what she had to do, what women had to do when women couldn't vote. Right? So it's a different viewpoint she has as opposed to your brother. I think just to join the question, those perspectives and those viewpoints should have a communication. You know, the communication between those 2 somewhat lacks because people tend to not know where we come from. And that's why some people, as you said earlier, disengage with the process. So the communication has to be a little more joined there. But where I want to see us in the future, right, I want to see us where we should be. One of the top countries in this Caribbean, right? The Bahamas has always been seen as one of the top. But I want to continue that. I don't want to see where we fall back and people take us over, right? We must continue the trend that we're on. And how do we do that? Progress, right?
When you think, Owen, of your journey in leadership, as you take on this new chapter of life, as you position yourself to ask your constituents in St. James to elect you, what is one area of leadership that you're still growing in?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Because if I were to say that, you know, I have it all down, that would be a lie. Right. Anyone who thinks that they know it all, they know nothing at all.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's a major thing to consider. Anyone should consider. No one knows it all. No one has all the answers. So one thing that I tend to do, right, listen. Right. You have to listen. So I want to listen more, right, to those that came before me, their ideas, listen and watch. So that's what I tend to find myself doing right now, just listening so I can get their ideas and I can build upon it. So I'd encourage anybody that wants to lead and wants to know what it takes to lead, just listen.
That's a key point. We're wrapping up our segment right now, Owen, but you have joined an organization that's well established. And in our nation and in HR in general, the organizations often suffer when it comes to succession, right? The bench is not deep enough, and so we have to look outside of our organization to sustain itself and to promote and whatnot. Why is it important that you not throw away what you met and, you know, abandon that versus coming in with your bright, shiny new ideas, which may be viable and effective, but why is it important to join the two of them in your perspective?
Yeah, well, one thing I want to say is the PLP, the bench is deep, right? The leader, Philip Brave Davis, he believes in young people. If you look around him every day, you see young, vibrant people, young, vibrant leaders who he is helping to mold, right? Giving them what they need to succeed, right? Whether it be Deputy Prime Minister or everyone else he has around him, whether it be some of the new candidates, including myself, he's all passing on his vision and ideas to us.
Got it. Final question for you, Owen. Why you and why now?
Why me? Why now? That's the topical question. Everywhere you go, they say, why you? Why now?
Why you? Why now?
Right? Because I want to make my contribution. It's my time to make my contribution to help the country, grow. Right? I have fresh ideas, young ideas that can sit to the table and with the leadership, Philip Brave Davis, sit with them and said, well, sir, I understand your viewpoint, but this is my viewpoint. This is how we look at things. If we mesh them together, then it's the perfect way for the country to grow. So I think it's a perfect time for me professionally to bring my skill set, right, as I said earlier, critical thinking, analytical thinking, and problem solving to the country, to help the country get where we are on this trend that the PLP has us on and how the leader has us going. So I'm willing to help, and I'm here.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Owen Wells has said to you he is ready because he's equipped. He is prepared, he's experienced enough in his personal life to do this work professionally. He has positioned himself to lead the St. James constituency. He's asking you for your vote. And I believe as you take the time, Bahamians, please don't underestimate what's at stake right now. You are in control. You have the ability right now to determine your future with your vote. Your voice, your vote, it all matters. And when you underestimate that, when you leave it to chance, when you say somebody else could take care of it, you find yourself having to put up with versus architect what you can enjoy. I want you to stay close. Our show continues after the break. We want to thank Mr. Owen Wells for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
You're very busy, sir. Please, all the best to you. Stay safe, and do well. All the best to you.
St. James on my way back right now.
All right,
Expect me.
Take care. We'll see you. We'll see you again soon.
See me again.
Stay close, everyone. Your breakthrough continues after this break. Stay close.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
The internet is an essential tool for children and adults. It can be used to research school reports, communicate with teachers, and play interactive games. But online access also comes with risks, such as inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online predators. Here are a few safety tips to help keep you and your children safe. Do not post too much personal information such as home addresses and phone numbers. Keep your privacy settings on and practice safe browsing to ensure children don't go on any inappropriate sites. Be careful about posting pictures or your whereabouts when going on vacation. Always know your child's passwords for email addresses and social media sites. Be sure to have your house computer in a common area where it can be easily monitored. Have conversations with them to make sure they aren't scheduling meetups with new people. Online safety is just as important for children as it is for adults. Not only are children more vulnerable to financial and identity scams, but they are also at risk of encountering inappropriate and potentially disturbing content. I am Police Cadet 80 Jamara Rule, reminding you that safety is everybody's business. So let us do our part and continue to create safer communities.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, you missed my first guest, but you're here to see my second guest. My guest this evening is Simone L. Bow, my rider, my friend, my dog in the world of corporate Bahamas and America and all over the place. We are in this together, this fight, I would call it. Queen, welcome to the show. I call her Queen, y'all. So if y'all see us get on a little bit, just don't worry about that. We riders, we in this together, right? Queen, welcome to the show this evening. Welcome back to the show, I should say. It's great to have you. Now, Simone, we were talking with Owen Wells just a few moments ago, and we asked him two questions, why you and why now? And in part of our dialogue, we talked about the fact that Mr. Wells and other colleagues like his in the PLP, the FNM, and even in the COI have put themselves forth for the first time for leadership at the national level, right? We talked about the fact that they're joining an organization that's well established, been in place for a very long time now, right? 30-some years or more, and they have been invited in. Right? They've been invited to come in and put themselves at the helm of leadership at the constituency level, by extension, the national level. And I want to take that now and put it in perspective for corporate Bahamas, right? And organizations that we coach and consult with, all around the world. And how organizations often get succession wrong. Right? Yes. How all leaders don't get the same ability that Owen and other colleagues like his in the constituency area now are enjoying, which is, I raise my hand, I've been given an opportunity and accepted and then put forth. Let's talk about the reality of that in the workplace now, Simone. People who feel ready, know they have something to contribute, but continue to feel stifled or held back, and then others who are promoted, but are promoted unprepared.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all of that.
So if I can be very real.
Yes, please. Let's run it down.
Real, right?
Let's run it down.
I feel that these decisions are too personal in nature. They're too personal in nature.
Yes.
It's based on if I like you, if you support me, if you're loyal to me.
Wow.
Doesn't matter about talent and potential and all of these other things and readiness for the role. And this is where we are seeing the challenge now in the workplace where people are put in positions that they're not equipped or ready for.
Wow.
Because we're not putting the proper structures in place to properly assess and to create a pool so that it's a fair and transparent process. Not, let's see. Okay, this person, we cool like that. So I'm going to bring you in and put you in this role. It's creating havoc in our workplace.
Literal havoc. Catastrophe.
Literally, yes.
When we think of that point you referenced about it being too personal, right? You have individuals in a position of leadership who have authority, power, autonomy to make decisions that aren't necessarily challenged enough, right? There's no real talent pool, so you can't challenge who that person is selected. What is the danger to the person, though, that's been promoted or been brought in, that is unprepared, unaware, and unable to now carry out the task? Because it's one thing to get the job, Queen, but when you get it, you got to perform. So what's the danger for the individual now who has not been really given a right opportunity to truly succeed?
Well, this is detrimental to their career. It's detrimental to their brand, right? Because now people already are going to look at them a certain way.
Yeah, because they only pick you because they're so-and-so.
They only pick you because of who you're connected to. So automatically, you're coming in with diminished respect for what you may bring to the table.
Right.
So you already have to fight that battle. Then, what if you're not ready for true?
Wow.
So that means you're going to be required to do some things that you don't even have the skill set for. Don't we see that all the time?
All the time, all the time.
We don't know how to talk to people. We don't know how to delegate. We don't know how to give feedback, assess performance, all of these things.
Yes.
So we have really created career suicide for these
Literally,
people.
and then by extension, organizational suicide.
Correct.
Because the person who was unprepared, unskilled, unable, unequipped, all the uns, is now going to be responsible for leading the individuals who need to come to work to pay their bill and do some things.
If they stay.
If they stay.
So there's now where you see the problem. This is where we hear all the time. People leave their leaders.
Not the organization.
Not the organization.
Wow.
So if I had enough, I cannot work with this person any longer.
Yes.
Worse if the people who they are leading are more competent.
Come on. And we've seen that. We've seen the leaders become the leader, the person becomes the leader, but their team, and it's not to say that you shouldn't be around smart people because that's really strategy.
Yes.
But when you don't know what you're doing, and you're leading people who know what to do, I can't see myself being placed as a foreman on a construction site crane.
No.
I don't know how I'm from there.
Lost.
That ain't sense.
Lost.
I can't go no kitchen and top of cooking. I can make egg and chicken. You ain't gonna be hungry, but I can't be no chef.
Correct.
Now, do I understand people? Do I understand how to engage and connect and all of these things? Sure. But I think we overestimate ability and we underestimate what's required in the role.
Correct.
Right?
We're not even thinking about those things. Oftentimes, I'm telling you, it is about loyalty.
Yes.
I need people in my camp.
In my corner.
I need people in my corner.
Wow.
You make me look good.
Yes,
but how could they make you look good if they don't know what they're doing? They're disengaging your workforce. And now that's not helping you at all.
You run on amok, causing confusion, a walking catastrophe, my grandma would say.
Listen.
Wow. So, Queen, let's talk about this generational divide. I'm going to be conscious about my words. Let's talk about the opportunity we have right now to embrace multiple generations across organizations. We have people who are 60-something years old, 70-something years old, leading, working with, engaging with people who are 19 and 20 and 21 years old. What is the opportunity organizations have with that much experience and innovation and ingenuity in one organization? And why do we continue to see it as a divide versus an opportunity?
Well, I think you captured it in that because it's a belief. It's a belief system, a mindset.
Yes.
And so if you look at someone who is very young, 19, 20, oh, you just cutting your teeth. You still have milk around your mouth. You
I
don't
got
have
Nike
anything
older than you. For Lord's sake.
I've even heard this in the workplace. I have children your age.
My Lord.
Right? And so we're not looking at each other as contributors to the organization. We're each bringing valuable contributions.
Yes.
Right? So I've heard people, I've done training sessions where you hear people talk about this, right? And they say, well, they have different values from us. When you really break it down, when we look at younger generations, they're just braver.
Exactly. Braver and less patient, I think. But the less patient isn't a matter of impatient. It's why we take so long to get to this.
Zero tolerance.
Come on, I ain't got time for this. What we actually coming to do?
Right. Make it make sense.
Quickly.
And so I'm not going to wait 10, 15, 20 years for you to get your act together. I'm out. Because my time, my life is valuable. I am valuing the life outside of work as well.
Yes.
So we have this mindset that everything has to be about work. You got to be on all the time. You got to be pushing, pay your dues, put yourself in the grind and all of these things. But the mindset of that has shifted.
Yes.
However, there's value in sticking and staying sometimes, right?
Yes.
Sometimes the hard places are where we need to grow. So when we keep running from what is our process, we're not going to grow and mature.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of the things that I think that the younger generation can learn and understand, right? That's how you build stamina.
Yes.
You're not going to build stamina when everything is easy.
Yes.
When you're getting along with everybody and everything is handed to you
That's
and it's
not real.
perfect. That's not real life.
Come on. If I can make it spiritual for a moment, y'all, listen. The devil is tempt and God is test.
Yes.
And when you was in school, you had to pass a test in order to get to your next grade. And you think that it's strategic for you to hop around from one space to another, one job to the other, one department to the other, but it's really career suicide to an extent, and it's causing you to lose ability through exposure and experience, to learn what it takes to really survive something, to move through something, to figure your way out of a circumstance. When you continue to just abandon and say, man, this is all the best, you rid yourself, you rob yourself of growth opportunities.
Yes.
Because to be honest with you, the only thing that grows in your comfort zone is your waistline.
Oh, that's the problem.
Listen, for as long as you feel comfortable, the only thing that's going to grow is your waist. You cannot grow when you feel comfortable. There's no growth there. And if you find yourself running away from opportunities, running away from challenges, running away from things that feel too hard, you're robbing yourself of the opportunity to really mature into someone that's going to be necessary in the workplace, whether you're an entrepreneur or an employee.
That's right.
And so if we talk about then the environments that we bring people into work in, then, Queen, right? Because we want the young people to stay, to stick it through, to find their way, to put their foot down and to really get some things done. We want the older generation to also cultivate an environment where they can be heard and respected and appreciated.
Correct.
What happens when we just have no good, in sense, dumb up leaders, Queen? Let's run it down. What do you do when you make sense but your boss don't?
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking about you got it. You ain't pretending to be good. Ain't nobody tell you that man, I know I make sense. God tell me that. I got one vision one day would say I make sense, but you got one boss walking backwards all day long. What you supposed to do, Green?
I don't know where you come up with these things.
What do you do though? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, and see, to me, that is a learning opportunity. Right? Because you may not be able to run right away. That may be the answer, that, I can't stomach this for my entire career. I get that, and I respect that. I probably have done it a few times myself, right? So the thing about it is, though, is what am I to learn in this instance? Right? Because there's probably something about that boss that you need.
Come on.
Even if it's to learn how to not do something or not be. So the important thing for me, whenever I'm in difficult situations like that, is to understand, what is the lesson here? What is it that I need to get out of this? Because oftentimes when we come in and oh Lord, I can't deal with this person again, and it's always about the person. Well, what about you? What could you stand to gain? Maybe this is an opportunity for you to shine because this is a bumbling idiot. Now people could see, well, wow, this is someone that's a rock star.
Right.
Let me give them this project. Let me give them this thing to do, right? Another thing that's important, and it is also biblical, is that we have to learn how to serve.
Come on. You cannot be a good leader if you can't first follow.
And the people that you have to serve sometimes are not always the best people.
Come on.
If we think about David and Saul. Saul was trying to kill David.
For Jesus' sake.
He was jealous of him.
On his head.
Okay?
Wow.
But David submitted himself to the authority at that time.
Yes.
Did he like what Saul was doing? He was deeply hurt.
Yes.
But he respected his
authority and the office.
The authority.
Wow.
There are lessons in these things. And guess what? These are also seeds that we sow. Because if you want to now lead,
come on,
then you don't want people like you on your team. Who are going to undercut you, talk bad, not support, even when you're making mistakes.
This is so good. So what I want to say, because that's a valid point. When you understand that sometimes the hardship is the lesson.
Yes.
And if you fail the test now, you got to do the test again.
Come back.
So you skip this lesson, and this will stop when you skip grade 1. I don't know nobody who I think I know one person in my whole life grade who skipped grade 1 and it makes sense. Everybody knows skip grade 1. She was all go back to grade 1 right now because you shouldn't. That's a formative year. You don't skip. Parents, don't let the school tell you to skip grade.
No.
Go to grade 1.
Yes.
Do kindergarten, grade, all of them. Do them.
But listen, education, and this is like life.
Yes.
It is incremental.
Come on. And you need each level.
Builds on the next.
Last. Wow, and the next. It builds on the last and it prepares you for the next.
Prepares you for the next.
Wow.
We need the stages.
Yes.
We need the process.
It's development.
It's development.
Think about it this way. Each prong on this table, on this thing here, keeps this table intact.
That's right.
If one is missing, something happens to the table. The same is true for the process that you're in right now. You may think that it's too much. And I'm not talking about being under duress and being, morally challenged. And I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about a hard time, a thing that feels challenging and a little bit weary right now. Stick it through, because on the other side of that is your growth opportunity. But Queen, did people tell me almost all the time? This is weird.
Man.
But talk to me about the why you, why now thing. How do we help people who are gifted, are skilled, are prepared to position themselves for the next role? How do we get them to answer that question in corporate Bahamas? Why you and why now? How is it important to develop yourself for your next role?
That is critical. You can't think that, and I've seen people make this mistake over and over again, where they think that their leader is just going to notice them.
Wow.
My
work speaks for itself.
Listen, King, you have to prepare yourself, first of all.
Yes.
I'll never forget, and I don't think it's his saying, but he said it. Dr. Miles, he said, preparation plus opportunity equals success.
Absolutely.
There is nothing that you prepare for that an opportunity will not arise. It's going to come.
That's a word.
I remember myself as a young teacher.
Yes.
Looking at, I used to go to Debbie Bartlett's conferences, CEO network.
Yes.
I was far from a CEO.
Yes.
But I sat in that room. I sat in that environment because there was something about it that I saw in my future that I wanted to develop. So you have to prepare yourself. You don't think that people are going to just hand it to you.
Yes.
The other thing is you have to get comfortable about the things that make you uncomfortable.
Come on.
I've seen a lot of people in corporate who fear visibility.
Yes, Mom.
Who fear speaking up, offering themselves, talking about their skills and their talents. You've got to get comfortable with that.
Yes.
Because people aren't going to notice you otherwise. You have to put yourself in positions to be seen.
Come on. Not to be noticed, but to be seen as a big difference.
Big difference.
Right? What you're talking about, Queen, you talked about I say it this way, visibility builds credibility.
Yes.
Credibility leads to viability. People believe what they see, not what you said.
That's right.
And if they see you doing this thing more and more, better and better, they say, wait a minute, perhaps she is good with so-and-so. They give you opportunities to prove it to them one more time that you actually are able to do A or B. And you're talking about, too, preparing yourself.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, preparation is not overrated. Please show up prepared, right? We are facing a very critical time in our national legacy and history.
Yeah.
We are about to, for the first time ever, elect people who have never been elected before. Right? So many people who have never done this ever in their life have put themselves forth and have been accepted by in their organizations. The FNM, the PLP, the COI, the entire COI has said, hello, I want to bring my learned experience to this office, to this opportunity, and hope you give me a chance to now show you what I can do with what I've learned.
Yeah.
Your experience, your exposure, your insight over the years, it's all building up to something. That's the incremental level she's speaking about.
Yes.
Right? If you skip a level, you miss an opportunity to bring what you skipped.
That's right.
Come on.
And nothing is wasted.
Come on.
Even the hard places. When you get to the next, you understand then why that was hard.
Wow.
Because it now equips me to deal with the next.
I'm
writing a book.
Yes, Mom.
Called Stone Thrower. Right? David needed every battle that he had before Goliath to get ready for Goliath.
Come on.
He wasn't a novice. He may have been a novice to Saul's army and the way that they fought battles, but he fought battles before. He fought battles protecting the sheep. He fought battles internally. Dealing with his family, being rejected, overlooked. Hello?
Come on.
So we need all of that. All of that he took to the field to face Goliath. Those moments of isolation where he was just him and the sheep and he's out there worshiping. How is it then that this king could ask for a musician and they could bring him? Because he's skilled and he's ready. But nobody was looking at him in his preparation season.
Wow. This is so good.
Hey, it is.
Whew. Okay, y'all, I ain't got no more time. This is crazy. The message, though, tonight, I believe, I want you to understand something. Whether you are vying for political office, whether you're looking for your next promotion, whether you are in corporate Bahamas or not, you have an opportunity right now to position yourself for what you say you are ready for. The hardship is not an opportunity for you to abandon ship. It's an opportunity for you to go deeper into that ship and figure out what is the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this moment. People in this country looking to lead our nation, hear me very clearly. Information without implementation is intellectual constipation. And plenty of y'all walking around stuff up and full up of rubbish because you've not taken heed to what people have said to you and implemented it in your strategy to lead. Do not make the mistake of thinking that a vote classifies you as solidified. You have work to do after May 12th, whoever you are, whoever may be elected. Leaders and organizations today, please listen to and hear your employees and then do what they say. It's so easy to succeed when you just listen to people and you do what makes sense to do. When you communicate your plan, when you communicate how you're going to help people to move to the next level. You have an opportunity, Bahamians, we have an opportunity to determine our future, to literally architect, to cultivate the future you want to live in. Do not get caught up in these colors. Do not get caught up in these rally and these fun times. You have a decision to make. Leaders, you are defining people's lives when you show up every day. And you have an opportunity right now to determine our future. Survey these people when they come to your door. Ask them the hard questions. Listen to how they respond to you. Listen to what they don't answer. Do not waste your voice. Do not waste your vote. But you have an opportunity right now to make history and to establish the future. This is not a laughing matter. This ain't no game. Leaders, whether you are in corporate Bahamas, in ministry, in entrepreneurship, all looking to lead this nation, you have a responsibility and a duty to lead well. You do not get the right to do what you want to do and then come back 5 years talking about please give me another chance. Ladies and gentlemen, ain't no more time left for me to talk. So all I can say to you right now is I can see you after election. You have the next 19 days to really figure out what you want to do with your vote, to figure out what you want to see our nation become. If you are a leader right now struggling and trying to figure out your way out, think things through. Use your visibility as your opportunity to establish your credibility, which then determines your viability. I invite you to stay close and to join Makush Lapinder on the Bahamas tonight at 11 p.m. where we have the final broadcast on all things happening with News. Simone, thank you so much for running it down with me. It's always a pleasure to have you join me.
Good, Kate.
I hope this episode found you in a place of introspection. I encourage you to stay tuned until next time. Continue to strive to become the very best leader you can be. We'll see you next time. Should the Lord delay is calling. Great night, everyone. Take care.
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement, Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim Bahamas. Water safety rule number 10. When boating, do not overload the boat. And if the boat ever capsizes, stay with the boat.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.